Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Onondaga War Memorial in snowy Syracuse, New York, for the 37th Annual New York State High School Wrestling Championships. This is Bob Koshinski along with the Region 3 Junior College Coach of the Year, Erie Knuutila. Once again, always a pleasure to be with the coach. And we've got a great tournament again. And really the story so far this year, Coach, has been the dominance of the Long Island schools.
Right, Section 11 is the first place. They have 198.5 points, and followed up closely by Section 8 with 180 points. So it should be a good tournament. Then after that, we have Section 4, and then Section 5 and 9 are battling out for the 4th and 5th place.
Of course, we'll have outstanding competitors in each and every weight class. But we have 4 state champions taking to the mat tonight, a couple in the lower weight classes.
At 125, we have Brandon Lehman, the 2-time state champion, going for his 3rd title from Section 4. Then at 145 pounds, we have Jesse Jansen. He is from Section 11. He's a repeating state champion also.
And we've got a great matchup at 152. 2 young men who have one time or another have walked out of here as a state champ.
We're looking forward to that weight class. We have John Clark from Section 10, who won it last year. And then 3 years ago, we have Greg Parker from Section 2, who was also in the finals last year. So that should be a great matchup.
Okay, we'll be back with some special ceremonies and the championships in each and every weight class. And we'll be starting with a 96-pound weight class right after these messages. Welcome back. Onondaga War Memorial, Bob Koshinski, Erie Knuutila. We're starting out at the 96-pound weight class. You're looking at Ryan Needles, an 8th grader from Newfane High School, Section 6, 40-0. He's had an outstanding tournament. He'll be taking on Trevor Chin from Canandaigua, Section 5. He is a 7th grader. He is 32-3 this year, also an outstanding wrestler. And here we go, Eric.
Both of these young men, for being young, have a lot of mat time. This could be an interesting bout.
Our official is Bill Storkey. His mat assistant is Mike Lecter.
Needle made the first shot, and Chin made the first counter. Takedown for Chin. Oh, Needle made a nice counter. When they're young, they go after each other. Toes are in. That should be 2. Yes. 2 reversals. Score now 2-2. This is going to be a flying match here, I think.
They're nimble, just 96-pounders. No surprise at the young age, because obviously to be a high school wrestler and weigh 96 pounds, there's an escape by Chin.
That makes the score 3-2 in favor of Chin. Oh, nice fireman's carry. Oh, Chin countered well on his ankle. I think Needle might get this. No, Chin rolled out of it well. No takedown yet. Needle's got to get him to the mat. With control, with control. That was no control yet. Oh, good job by Chin to get out of that. That was tough.
56 seconds remaining in the first period. It is Chin leading by a 3-2 count.
Little timeout to tie his shoe. It's interesting how freestyle went to the new rule. If your shoe's untied, it's caution and 1 point and you're down on the mat. Freestyle kids got to tie their shoes from now on. And I'd hate to lose the Olympic by 1 point because your shoe was untied.
I'd tape them shut.
Yeah, that's what they do. Every kid tapes them now.
41 seconds to go here in the first period. We're at the 96-pound weight class, a very snowy Syracuse, New York. And I tell you, Eric, it's a tribute to the fans here because the weather has just been terrible for the past 2 days. And normally this would be a jam-packed Onondaga War Memorial. We're minus about 1,000 people here because of the weather. As Needles gets in on the leg.
That's going to have enough time to take him down. Yeah, we got 25 seconds left and we bring him back in. He's going to get it. 15 seconds to go. The score now is 4-3 in favor of Needle.
And that'll bring us to the end of the first period, with Ryan Needle leading by a score of 4-3 over Trevor Chin. And we have the flip of the coin. We're going to take a look at that takedown.
I tell you, Chin did a great job of not getting takedown on this fireman's carry. Right on his head, hang on his ankle. That was a great counter by Chin. If he didn't grab that ankle, that would have been real difficult. That was a great job and counter by both of them. Needle's out right away. Makes the score 5-3. I think this match is just going to be continuous, full of action, full of action. You watch the technique in both of these young fellows here. Chin is a 7th grader and Needle's an 8th grader, and they don't wrestle like 7th and 8th graders.
No, they don't. Action was stopped there so that Chin could tie that shoe again.
It's twice now. He has long shoelaces. Maybe he's getting stepped on. Oh, nice knee pick by Ryan Needle. Is he going to get the 2? Yes, he is. That was a nice ankle pick. I'm sorry, it's a knee pick.
Needle in control, but they go out of bounds. We have 1:19 to go in the second period.
And Needle in a commanding lead at this moment, 7-3. Chin's going to need to escape and take him down if he's going to get back in this match.
And he lets him go. 7-4 now the score.
This is a big takedown here. If Chin gets this, he's right back in the match. If Needle gets this takedown, which he's in, this match could be over early. Good job. I love that out of bounds takedown rule. That's the best thing they ever put in a few years ago. Keeps the kids from running out of the circle, keeps them wrestling in the center better.
Well, it's just like a receiver in football. If your toes catch the line, you get the 2.
Toes are, we had some
close
calls today. We saw
yes,
that.
We have. We had a very close call at the 275-pound weight class earlier today. Very controversial call. 48 seconds to go here in the second period. Score now 9-4 in favor of Ryan Needle of Newfane High School.
Yeah, for an 8th grader, just the sense of Needle, he just, Chin was getting out, and on the way out, he picked his ankle trying to hold him back in again.
Well, it's 9-5 now as Chin gets the escape.
We're inside 30 seconds. I think that's the first shot that Needle's actually made. The rest of them all been little outside picks. Oh, nice job pulling that knee down. Oh, a little slide. Coming within short time here, within 10 seconds to go. Now we're down to 10. And coming to the end of the period.
And that'll be the end of the second period with the score Ryan Needle 9 from Newfane Section 6, Trevor Chin from Canandaigua 5. Let's take another look at that takedown by Needle in that period. He's really putting on a clinic out here.
He's got a great ankle pick. That's twice he's done that. He keeps a foot up in the air where Chin can't get it on the ground, so therefore he can't counter him. All of his weight's on his hip laying on a mat. That was a great job.
So we'll be back here now, third period in high school wrestling. We have 3 2-minute periods. There's an escape for Chin.
Yeah, I think Needle's just basically letting him go because he feels so comfortable on the feet.
Score's now 9-6 in favor of Needle.
Now we're back to the situation, the same thing again. Chin needs a takedown here if he's going to stay in this match at all. If he does get to takedown, he'd probably take him down, let him go to try to take him down again to tie it up. That's a nice job by Needle. He knew he wasn't going to get a takedown there. He just worked it and shot the move out of bounds. And when you're winning, it seems like the referees always look at you a little differently. Both of these young men have great mat sense.
Well, you can bet they've got hundreds of matches under their belt in youth wrestling before they get to this level.
I've seen them both wrestle all summer long. One's from Section 6 and 5, and they're just, they've seen each other before. I'm not sure if they wrestled each other before because they've been in a lot of the same tournaments together.
Minute 10 to go here in the match, Eric. Still a 3-point advantage for Ryan Needle.
That's twice for Needle is attempted a takedown going out of bounds. That's very smart. You don't get in trouble. The guy can't score on you when he's going out of bounds, and the referee's not going to warn you for stalling. Chin's having trouble getting inside, so he's making those outside shots, and he might have them this time. Oh, it's time to let go of that. Yes. Looks like we have a partisan crowd here in favor of Chin. That's what he needed, was escaping the takedown. Then he let Needle go.
Well, it's now 10-8 is the score. There we go, 10-8 in favor of Needle. 40 seconds, 39, 38 counting.
Needle's shutting it down a little bit here. He needs to open it up. There's that fireman's carry. Even if he doesn't get it, he's going to get a lot of time off the clock. That should ice it up, folks. You got 25 seconds left. That's a lot of points to make up.
Just before the takedown, he was warned for stalling and then immediately went in and got the 2.
Sometimes that warning is great because he wakes himself up and says, geez, I better get going here because if I get warned again, he takes me down, I'm going to lose. That's why that takedown was critical for Needle. I think Needle's he's just going to work that for a little bit, then he's going to probably let him go again. Nope, now he's in a good position. He might stay to the end of the period.
Just 15 seconds.
He needs to work his way up or they're going to call him again. There he goes. And Chin is definitely not going to give up. He is going to fight. Needle's going to work into the out of bounds so they get a new start with 2 seconds to go. I think we have our first state champion of 1999 in Ryan Needle from Newfane High School.
And he just lets him go. That'll make the final score 12-9 in favor of the new 1999 96-pound champion, Ryan Needle. And we'll be back to talk about this match and look ahead right after this commercial message. Welcome back, Onondaga War Memorial. Bob Koshinski, Erie Knuutila. We're now at the 103-pound weight class. Keith Pickell of Ellenville, Section 9, taking on Sean Hibbs of Spencerport, Section 5. Dave Warren is our official for this match.
Here we have a senior at 103 pounds, which you don't see very often. And the returning state champ was a senior at 103 pounds. And Joe Walsh from Ithaca, Section 4, and he got beat earlier in the tournament and ended up not placing.
There's a nice shot in there by Hibbs.
Nice and deep. Is he going to get this? He's been scrapping all day. I've kept an eye on him. Oh, he's in between the legs. I think, oh, well, watch that knee, son. Okay, there you go. Nice takedown there by Hibbs. I hope we can keep the camera work on John Leone and Bill Jackito in the corner. They've been animated all weekend long. 1 point escape and right back in on the takedown again for Sean Hibbs. Keith Pickell just stepped over him for 2, got the takedown. Now they score 3-2.
Trying to keep him in bounds. And they whistle him out. 50 seconds to go here, first period. It is Keith Pickell leading by a score of 3-2 over Sean Hibbs. Excuse me, Sean Hibbs.
Sean Hibbs, right? Ooh, almost got back points there.
.37, 36 seconds counting down here, first period.
Pickell looks like his whole moves are in the top position here. He is very long and lanky.
Out of bounds, 18 seconds to go here, first period.
Coach is yelling for Hibbs to see if he can score here with 18 seconds to go. I think Pickell's just too long and lanky for him. It's very difficult for Hibbs to get out. He needs to wrestle him on the feet. Looked like he was superior there on the feet and got stepped over for 2. Coming to the close of the first period.
Well, Hibbs came out with that first takedown, as you said, but Pickell has taken it away from him in the last minute of that first period.
Yeah, I think that.
Here we go, second period.
Sean Hibbs hooked down in the down position. I don't know. He got controlled pretty well there by Pickell in that period. He has to get out here. Oh, he's going to make it. No, he's not quite. Pickell is tough. He just hangs on to him.
Out of bounds, 1:42 go here in the second period. New York State Finals, 37th edition.
The score might end up 3-2 at the end of the second period.
Pickell with the leg right in, working the head.
The referee called that stalemate off a fast. Must be he's not a leg rider.
Dave Warren is our official. John Scheel is his assistant.
Every time he gets up, Hibbs is up. Pickle knocks him right back down again. Score is still close. It's 3-2.
Now we got a warning on Green. That's Pickle.
The fans are not happy about that one.
Well, you know what? All the officials, Eric,
they've been
are given an interpretation, but every official has his own personality. There we have an escape. It's tied at 3. Every official has his own personality. Everybody calls it the way they see it.
And you can see that Hibbs was really working hard trying to get out, really working hard. And Pickle was countering. There's a takedown for Pickle. I think that put Hibbs in trouble, because if he can't take Pickle down, we have a problem here. Coming down within 40 seconds here in the second period. Now the score is 5-3 in favor of Keith Pickle from Section 9.
Pickle 35-0 coming into this tournament, a career mark of 130 wins, 17 losses. And he's got a lot to his credit. 4-time MHAL champ. He's also, as important and more importantly, a member of the honor roll. College coaches look for that.
Oh, that gets you in college a lot of times.
Not you and I, but other guys that got in college. 17 seconds to go here, second period. It's Keith Pickle from Ellenville, Section 9. Right now leading Sean Hibbs from Spencerport.
He keeps, Pickle keeps trying to tilt Hibbs. He's trying to tilt him. That's the close of our second period. Now the score 5-3 in favor of Pickle. And he chooses the down position. Looks like Hibbs is going to let him go. Yes, he did.
Our next score is 6-3 now in favor of Keith Pickle.
So now you're in a situation where Hibbs must get this takedown. If he doesn't get this takedown, the match is over with. Because if he gets it, he's going to let him go. Looks like he's going to get one here. Now he's going to let him go and try to take him back down again. The same thing we saw in the last match.
So it's now 6-5 in favor of Pickle. Hibbs in again.
Then the escape made a 7-5. And he's in a nice deep shot. Oh, he's not going to get that. Oh, that was a great shot. Oh, that was almost a great counter. The headlock there for Pickle, too. Somebody's going to shoot right there, yes. Out of bounds. I'll make this last minute and 15 seconds. Very interesting, very interesting.
This is what it's all about. This is what you drill for in practice. Now we've got an injury time here as Keith Pickle goes over to his corner. This is the drill, isn't it, Eric? You tell the young man you've got a minute to go, state title on the line, get the takedown.
If he gets one right away, I think he's going to let him go again, which will put him behind, I realize. But he's better on the feet than he is Pickle on the mat. But it depends on how fast he can take him down, if he can take him down.
Let's take a look, see if we can pick up where Keith Pickle picked up the injury. Looks like he maybe caught a shot to the mouth there.
You know, he's rubbing his thigh, too. Maybe he twisted that knee in a little bit of that counter. Not exactly sure.
We're going to talk about a new rule this year in high school wrestling affecting injury time a little later on that has affected, cost maybe a couple young men their matches.
One winner and one loser for it, but I'm in favor of it. We'll talk about it when we get a chance here.
Got a minute to go here in the match.
I guarantee you that Pickle will not take another injury time. Now we're down to less than a minute. We're getting down to the point now where Hibbs takes him down. Is he going to make a quick option? Is he going to let him go, or is he going to ride him out to go overtime? Pickle's lost his intensity. He was shooting quite willingly.
He's been warned. He's been warned once for stalling too, so he's got to be careful here. 30 seconds.
I think this one might go to a stalemate here in about 5 more seconds, because they will not let the clock run down this fast. He needs to go to a stalemate.
Holding on, 14 seconds to go.
He needs to get out of bounds. There's a stalemate. 11 seconds to go. I think this one could be over, folks. That's right, he's been warned, but if he's been warned, it doesn't make any difference. He's only given up 1 point. So that makes it 7-6. Oh, nice deep shot. Can he finish it in time?
5 seconds.
Oh, he got it. He got it in time. I didn't think he would get it, and he almost escaped. That was unbelievable at the end. I thought this match was over.
So now we go to a 2-minute overtime takedown period.
Sudden victory, 2 minutes. Whoever gets the takedown is the winner. Excuse me, whoever gets any point is the winner. Could be fleeing the mat, could be stalling, or anything. I thought that match was over. And then Pickle almost got out. That's a good sense. Oh, they almost collided heads. That almost hurt both of them. Second match of the evening, we're going overtime. I think Pickle's panicking a little bit. See, he's just following every movement that Hibbs has got. Hibbs needs to recover here. He needs to relax. He's got the takedown if he can relax. If he forces it, he might get taken down. If that, the arm down. Ooh, that was close. Now he's got to get him down. And there it is, state champion. I told you, look at Jacato and Leone in the corner. They're happier than the kid is. They have been animated all day.
There he is. Sean Hibbs from Spencerport, the 1999 103-pound state champion. Let's take another look at that takedown in overtime, Eric.
Oh, that was great. What I liked about it was Hibbs took his time. Just before that, Hibbs took his time to make sure he didn't overextend himself, to get around behind, to get him up and down and become a state champion.
We'll take a break. We'll be back. 112-pound action right after this. We're back here, Onondaga War Memorial. The crowd still buzzing over that 103-pound final, but we're at 112 right now. And we have Stu Holzio of Lawrence, Section 8, taking on Gary Borelli from Spencerville, Section 5.
Back-to-back Spencerport.
Yeah, we got the wrong information. Back-to-back Spencerport. You can bet this young man was working out with Hibbs, the state champ, who just won it at 103.
Well, nothing away from Hibbs, but Borelli has the better credentials. And that means that Hibbs works out with him every day. That makes him really tough. I don't mean that negative at all when you're talking about a state champion.
Borelli on your left, Holzio on the right. Holzio 31-0. He's looking at going to possibly Duke, Maryland, Michigan, or Wisconsin. Borelli 42-0. He's looking at Binghamton, Ithaca, University of Buffalo, or RIT.
This match is not exactly like the last one. They're feeling each other out a little bit more. With the last couple, they just went at after each other. Maybe the seniors of both of them are getting to them a little bit.
Well, we had a great comeback in that last match by Hibbs from Spencerport.
I thought the match was over with. 6 seconds to go. That was an outstanding match. We do have a team race going on here between 8 and 11. 8 needs to win this one if they have any chance at all.
The Long Island schools really showing their stuff this weekend. Sections 11, Section 8. Our official is Bill Duran. Sean Brocking is his mat assistant.
There's the first stalling call against Red, which is Gary Borelli. That's a tough situation when you've gone a minute and 30 seconds and no takedown. The referee basically almost has to call one of them for stalling.
Well, just 16 seconds to go here in the first period. Still no score.
This one looks like it's going to go 0-0. I said that in the last one. They got the takedown. It's over with. The end of the first period. 0-0 the score.
And we have a deferral by Holzio. Borelli, Spencerport takes bottom.
He doesn't really have much choice. You haven't got a takedown in 2 minutes. You better take down to get 1 point to get the lead. There's the 1 point escape. It's going to come down to the takedown. Whoever gets this takedown might win this match. Of course, if you get one takedown, that might open the floodgates up and they might both start really get going. We see less action here than we did in the last match, but I think what we see is we're seeing two excellent wrestlers that are just stalemating each other. You see that on Olympic level a lot when you get the best two people in the world wrestling for a gold medal, and when one shoots, the other one knows the counter. That's why they're both really good. Oh, there's a nice counter. Came in, picked him right up, right down to his back. That was a great job by Gary Borelli.
He now leads it by a 3-0 count. 1:07 to go here in the second period.
That was a nice counter. You know, it was started by this Section 8 young man, and as soon as he didn't make his shot, he came right up, and then Borelli went right into his shot on the counter. I like how he picked him right up and dropped him right to the match. If you can pick a guy up off his feet, you're going to take him down more times than not.
57 seconds to go here in second period. Gary Borelli, Spencerport. Spencerport looking for back-to-back champions, but now we've got a reversal there by Holzio.
Yeah, it looked like Borelli lost his balance there a little bit, and Holzio almost turned it into a 5-point reversal.
And now an escape by Borelli. So it's 4-2 now, the score.
I tell you, that reversal is a big 2 points, because now it means that Holzio can go to the next period if there's no more scoring, escape, make it 4-3, and they're back down to the takedown again. Holzio, don't flatten out in your belly, son.
.23 seconds to go here. Stalemate. Bill Duran wants him to start over.
They've been calling those stalemates quickly this weekend, which is good. Why let the clock run down when there's no time left? If there's no action, call it, stand it back up, let's go again.
Well, I like Bill Duran's work here for this tournament. He's very decisive. He takes control. You know exactly where he stands.
I agree. I watched him most of the time. He did an outstanding job.
And we're coming to the close of the period. And Holzio in on the leg, but that's quite enough time. So the score is 4-2 in favor of Gary Borelli as Spencerport. Final 2 minutes. And Holzio will be on the bottom, try to get out.
Oh, nice elevation on that takedown, right down to his hip. And when you take a guy off his feet and land him on his hip, you will get the takedown every time. That was a great job by Borelli. Now here we are in the third period, and Holzio is trying to get the escape to make it 4-3 if he can. The thing that Borelli needs to watch out for is he was called for stalling in the first period. If he keeps just knocking him down, stand up and knock him down, like here, he stand up, he knock him back down again, the referee can call you again. Sometimes you're better off just letting him go, making a score 4-3. You don't want to get the warning stalling and then get escape. Now it's 4-4 and it's tied up. Your brother had it happen the other way. You dictate it. If you're not going to hold him, let him go. And then we'll go for the takedown, and whoever gets the takedown is going to win it.
Well, the high school sport has really evolved over the years. Much less wrestling on the mat, much more on the feet.
Much more on the feet. You say I can't say any good wrestler because there's an awful lot of good mat wrestlers. But primarily, if you're the takedown man, you're going to win the match, primarily. I'm going to say probably 80-90% of the times, if you're superior on the feet, you're going to win.
1:05 to go in the match.
I got a sneaking idea here that Borelli is going to be called for stalling, even though he's doing a great job and working. But he's really hanging on. He's not trying to turn him. He's just trying to knock him back down, And he doesn't want to get the stalling call. And there it is.
Well,
you can see that was coming. He was working hard, but he wasn't working for the fall. That's the difference. Now the score is 4-3. His coaches told him go freestyle and let him go. He should have done that when the score is 4-2.
So now we're tied at 4.
You can see that coming. Now they're down to the same as the last match. Whoever gets to take down here will be the winner of this match.
Well, we had an exciting finish at 1:03. Let's see what happens here at 1:12.
I don't know if the Spencerport coaching staff can take this back-to-back excitement.
20 seconds. And they'll start him back in the middle.
There won't be any stalling calls here, I can tell you that, with 15 seconds to go. The referees will let them finish this match out and go to overtime. As I tell my athletes, there's not 15 seconds to go. There's 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go because that takedown will be the winner. So why force it? Just let it be. Let it finish it out. 3, 2, 1. Time. Go overtime. 2 minutes. Whoever gets this takedown will be the winner. There'll be a takedown in this period, most likely.
And here we go. Sudden death.
Borelli tried to make that quick shot. Oh, nice counter by Josio. Oh, I think Borelli, oh, good job. I think Borelli almost had him there. It's one thing about sudden death. Both guys go all out. When you get a shot in, the guy's going to counter you real hard because he knows I just can't turn around and belly out and start over again.
You can't relax even for a second. Josio in on that leg.
When he's tough in there, I think the Borelli needs to be to make the attack if he's going to win. If he lets Josio start making the attack, I think Josio has a better shot at it. When it comes down to who's the difference of the counters, that's what I mean. There's that far single outside again. This could be it, folks. He's on his hip. This is going to be a fight. If he gets his leg hooked, it could be over. He's trying to get the leg hook, and Borelli won't let him hook it. That's where it comes from. He's got to get that leg hooked, and he's not going to get it, I don't think. Just can't quite get the leg hook. And you can see his left leg is trying to get Borelli's leg hook and couldn't do it. That was a great job by Borelli on the mat, not allowing Stu Josio to hook that leg for the 2 takedown. Every time he stepped up, Borelli moved his leg for he couldn't get it.
And the crowd enjoyed it. A nice round of applause for both wrestlers. 43 seconds to go here in this sudden death takedown.
That was a great determination on both guys' jobs.
Stu Josio from Lawrence, Section 8. Gary Borelli from Section 5, Spencerport High School.
And
25 seconds.
Inside 30 now. Down to 15. I don't know if either one of them is going to make a shot here with 15 seconds to go. Now we're going to the second overtime period, which would be 30 seconds. Oh, Borelli made a quick little shot, and I don't think not enough time. No, they're both coasting to the end, and they almost got him a lazy shot.
And now we go to the 30-second sudden death.
Sudden death, this one. The other one's sudden victory. I think this one's called sudden death.
And here's usually the most important part. Josio gets choice. What's he going to do?
He's going to have to choose down. He's going to have to.
He takes down. If Josio gets out, he wins. If Borelli can ride him for 30 seconds, he wins. The advantage right now is to Josio, I would think.
I think it is. Traditionally, the man on the bottom will escape, traditionally. Let's see how Borelli handles it. But Borelli rode him so tough. You remember in the second period when he got warned for stalling, he basically let him go. And Borelli was just riding and riding. I think the match is in Borelli right here. He's going to ride him out now. He's got that leg in unless he goes for a stalemate. He's got that leg in there, and he's not going to get it out. Oh, we got to see Leon and Jacato here again. They're going to go nuts with back-to-back state champs.
There it is.
Back-to-back state champs.
Gary Borelli, the champion from Spencerport High School, giving his high school back-to-back state champions. We'll take a break. More of this great action right after this. We're back here. Bob Koshinski, Erie Knuutila. We're at the 119-pound weight class. We've got Nick Ricchetti from Section 4 on your screen right there from Waverly High School. He'll be taking on Brian Benson of Section 9. He goes to Valley Central. Our official is Sean Brocking. We talked about some close calls on the out-of-bounds line. Mr. Brocking was involved with that in a 275-pound match earlier today.
Match was on the far side of the mat for me. It was very difficult for me to see what was happening. That was a close call. That was close. If he had instant replay, I think the only way you could have determined that one.
Exactly. Nick Ricchetti from Waverly is 36-0. He's a senior. And he also a cross-country competitor. Brian Benson from Valley Central. He's 44-3 this year. He's had 20 pins. We've had some great finals so far.
So
Eric.
far, yes.
2 overtime victories for Spencerport.
I tell you, that'll make your coaching
That
staff
might be a
old.
record.
That might make coaching staff old quickly.
Yeah.
Nick reached in for an ankle pick and missed his foot. And Ryan Benson almost come around to take him down. Sometimes you jockey for position here. Then after somebody finally gets that first point scored, then they both open up. Like the last match, there wasn't very many points scored, because there's a lot of action in that match.
40 seconds, no score here.
Ricchetti is trying to pull him back in again. That was great. He was all the way out of bounds, and he's trying to pull him back in again. I don't know if he's going to make it or not. What you need is just pull it back in if he grabs the other ankle, and then he can get the takedown out of bounds. They should call stalemate. It's been there too long. He's pulled him in a long ways now.
15 seconds.
That's a stalemate. There you go.
And we're coming to the close of the first period here. No takedown. And that'll do it. Almost a 2 right at the buzzer there by Ricchetti, but let's take a look at some of the.
Oh, he jams. Yeah.
It's not a sport for sissies, as they say, Eric.
Well, there's a case where Ricchetti has it, and Benson just keeps pushing his head right down in the face and saying, "You're not moving up to my hips to take me down. I don't care what happens here." He just keeps jamming his head in the mat. Good thing that mat's nice and soft.
Nick Ricchetti on top from Waverly. Excuse me.
Okay there, Bob?
Got a little choked up
I'm
there.
a CPR instructor, but no thank you.
Well, you know, I figured out the other day, I mean, I've been coming out here since 1970 and missed only 1 or 2 years. Here's an escape.
That was a great job by Ricchetti. Great job. The guy just backed away for 1 and shot instantly. That's a sign of a champion when you do that. Instead of backing off and working for you 2, you basically gave me 1 for I can get 2. That was great. Go ahead, Bob. 1970.
I can't even remember that far back. Got a warning on the bottom there on Benson.
That's a case where you just got your point escape and the guy shot right in and took you down. You're laying there and going, how did I mess up so bad? They'd be losing 2-1, and I'm in the same position I was in a while ago. He's trying to gather his thoughts, and the referee says, sorry, son, you don't have time to gather your thoughts. You got to move now.
1 minute to go here in the period.
Is Benson going to get out here? Looks like he might make it. Benson was a little smarter that time. He got ready for the attack.
So we're tied at 2.
That takedown puts a favor to Ricchetti for the third period. He escapes and makes him 3-2, and then because right now they're having trouble getting the takedowns, and both of them. Every time I say that, somebody shoots and takes the guy down. He didn't put pressure on him that time. Ricchetti didn't.
Just 20 seconds in the second period. We're tied at 2. Another close match.
Getting down within 10, pretty close here. I thought somebody was going to really extend themselves real fast, but they didn't do it. Oh, he tried to throw him. Oh, I think that is questionable because he tapped him before the buzzer went off. Yes, the kid tapped him and he blew the whistle before the buzzer went. There's like a half a beat there, and I think that was the right call. The side official did an excellent job helping the head official out because of the time wasn't up when the kid tapped him.
Russ Trunalone is the side official there. He's talking to Sean Brocking. They're discussing that call.
And they're looking.
And here we are, the replay.
Wish we could hear the clock right now in this replay because that's the situation where right there's the 2. The referee's going no because the kid tapped him, but the horn went off. The kid was having trouble catching the referee and caught him.
Now we have an injury time. Let's talk about this rule. If he has a second injury time.
I'm not sure. I think this one might be blood time, which doesn't count.
Okay.
Okay. It counts under, there is blood time, but if you have an injury, this is blood time.
Okay.
So this doesn't count as an injury time. But if you have 2 injury times, your second injury time the other opponent has his option of what position he wants to go into. And it happened twice where the second injury time came, the opponent chose down, and a tie score match escaped and won the match. One of them was overtime, and one of them was in regulation time, and he chose to escape, and he won the match by 1 point.
And that rule was instituted to prevent kids from basically just taking time because they need a breather, they want to regather their thoughts, and you get in a position where they begin to use all of their injury time and it just drags out the match.
Exactly. And in the meantime, Nick Rossetti got his escape because Benson basically let him go, and the whistle makes the score 4-3 in favor of Brian Benson. Exactly. Go back to that injury time again. Exactly. The injury time was being abused. If everybody take injury time just for injury time, then we wouldn't have that problem. Well, we have more blood time here again. He's got a nosebleed. It happens a lot.
We talk about this every year, too. They're very leery. Anything with blood in this day and age, they're very careful to make sure that they clean up the athlete, they clean up the mat, and they take precautions because, of course, of the HIV situation.
Right, you have to. When the blood comes, you stop. That's just the way it goes. You have no choice. You have to stop the match. I think it was 3 summers ago, I went to Sweden with a group from West Point, and Nick Rossetti was on that team. And it's interesting that later on, Tim Raymond from Section 4 was also on that team, and Dave Friedenberg, who's in the finals at heavyweight, 215 in heavyweight, was also on that team. So that team was really productive. They have 3 kids now in the state finals in the same section and went on the same exchange.
And you can see him administering there to Rossetti and cleaning up that blood.
Now that's changed also now. You can see the assistant coach there talking to him, giving him instruction. Blood time now you can coach, where before any type of injury time, whatever, you couldn't coach. They're both on the feet.
Third period, and it's Benson up by a 4-3 count.
We're coming down to a 1:20 left in the period. We're down that same situation. Whoever gets a takedown is going to win this match.
1:10 to go here in the period. These two wrestlers separated by just a point. One minute.
Warning, stalling red. I don't believe he made that call. He's going to get back points and win this. I can't believe the referee made that call. Not with a situation like that where they're both trying to jockey for a position. Oh, you think Nick Rossetti would look like he's ready to punch him there. He was just happy. He got the takedown. He got the back points. He was just happy about it.
So the score is now 6-4.
Down to 23 seconds to go.
Now it's up to 9-4 with the back points. And we're running out of time here for Brian Benson. He gets the one. It's 9-5. He needs a quick flurry.
Going to call him for stalling again, but he don't care. No, there's not enough time now. He's just dancing. Don't touch me. Don't throw me for 5.
That's going to do it, and it's Nick Rossetti coming from behind to win the 119-pound championship. Let's take a look at that takedown.
Right down to his back. That was the key to the whole thing. It was down to his back. Right after the referee warned him and gave a point, Benson gave a little shot in, and Rossetti headlocked him right to his back for 5. Right to his back for 5. I love looking at the coaching staff in the background. Jim McLeod is really jumping up and down there.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. More action right after this. We're back here. Bob Koshinski, Erie Knuutila, Onondaga War Memorial. You're taking a look at Joe Ketchum from Section 11, Longwood High School. He'll be taking on Brendan Lehman from Ithaca, Section 4.
Lehman is a 2-time state champ. He's trying to get in that enlisted group of 3-time state champs. I've watched Ketchum wrestle. Ketchum is no slouch. Nice shot by Lehman. He says, I'm the state champ. I'm going to get after you right away. The little things makes a difference. You see how Ketchum grabbed his ankle and made him fight for it?
2 points there for Lehman.
Oh, right to a leg in with a cradle. This could be interesting right now. I think we got back points coming, folks. And if he pins him here, we're looking at the outstanding wrestler. I don't think he's going to pin him, though. Lehman's
not with this cradle.
Yeah, well, Ketchum's got Lehman's leg there, and there's no way he's going to let his shoulder go down. He just want to make sure he's got his 5 points.
Plus, he's got that arm across the back. It's almost impossible to get the shoulders down with that arm in the way, unless he can sink them deeper. Well, I'll give you a clinic later, Eric.
Okay,
I know
thanks
you
a
want
lot,
to pick up
Bob.
some of my
Thanks
moves.
a lot.
1 minute to go here, first period.
Just as long as Ketchum's got the ankle. Lehman, oh, he let go of it. Oh, he re-grabbed it again. That's what's holding the shoulder up right there.
Brandon Lehman, two-time state champ, looking for number 3. His college prospects, University of Buffalo, Iowa, and Penn State.
Oh, he let go of the leg. Oh, he's going to get it back again. He's going to get it back again. If I was Ketchum, I wouldn't let go of that leg for any reason.
They're just going to sit there.
Just stay there. Just stay there and be happy you're losing 5-0 and go on.
Clock winding down.
Now we're down within 10. That takes a lot of your forearms for Lehman. He's got 4 more minutes to go here.
He's probably done a few calisthenics in his day.
Oh,
I
think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
Well, that's the end of the period. And
see him shake those arms out.
Get the blood flowing again. He's up 5-0. Let's take a look at that beautiful move. Cradle with the leg in.
Right, I think the leg in has set everything up because therefore Ketchum had to support himself and the cradle came right there. There's your 5 back points and the difference. You see the ankle by Ketchum have. Without that ankle, he could have been pinned in the first period.
Well, Ketchum is 31-0 this year coming into the tournament. Give him another 3 or 4 victories. His career record is 75-12. He's certainly no slouch. But a escape for Lehman and a throw to his back.
Oh, yes. They were both out of bounds. You saw the foot on the line out there.
But it looked pretty, didn't it?
Oh, it looked great. If that was 6 inches further in, it would have been great. All they did was psych up, Lehman. Lehman says he's ready to roll now. Ketchum says, I'm looking for a battle. I better score. Ketchum needs to get a takedown to get back in this match. If he don't get a takedown, he's in deep trouble. There won't be enough time for him later on.
Joel Lawson, the coach for Brandon Lehman. And you just love to be a coach with an athlete like this on your team.
Well, he's done a great job at Ithaca. I remember I spoke at the Section 4 banquet a few years ago, and I singled him out, unfortunately. And I says, time to get Ithaca's program back. I think he's got Ithaca's program back. He had 2 state champs last year and a 5th. He brought 4 kids up this time because Joe Downey got hurt, so the runner-up came, and he placed also. And unfortunately, Walsh, their returning state champ, at 103, he didn't place because he's a quality young man. Sometimes that pressure gets to you. Yeah, Ithaca's done a great job, and Joe Lawson has done a great job there. They're looking for blood. I don't think they can find it anywhere. Oh, it's on Ketchum.
Special year this year for me personally, Eric, as we take a look at that toss that didn't result in any points, but certainly looked nice.
That was a good fight right here on the edge of the mat, too. Come right up, and you can see Lehman's foot was out of bounds. You can see it right there.
Yeah.
When they landed out of bounds, that was a good job by the official calling them out of bounds.
And great camera work by Terry Belkey right there on the spot.
And they hit heads right there. I don't know where they hit. And that's where they stopped because they started to get in the blood time here because they hit heads right in there. So now we're in the blood time. High schools, you got 5 minutes of blood time. I think Lehman got hit on the top of the head.
Somebody's bleeding here.
Yeah, Lehman got cut on top of the head there.
I was saying a special year because one of my former coaches, Armin Cacciatore, inducted into the New York State Wrestling Hall of Fame. And my uncle, Joe Rizzo, honored by the Wrestling Officials Association. So double punch for me and a great trip this year, aside from the snow.
Aside from the snow. I'm lucky I came down on Friday. I was lucky. Saturday was a 7-hour trip for those guys from Buffalo. And I see that Ace's lovely, lovely wife come along.
Mimi?
Mimi, yes. I don't want to date her here, but she was one of my instructors in college. I was an older student. I was much older than she was. I was in a service first. Get myself out of this one. Didn't mean anything by that.
Mimi appreciate that. Well, we're waiting here for them to clean up Brandon Lehman.
There is a time limit here. It's a 5-minute blood time. You know, when they hit heads, and it doesn't count that way like in boxing, intentional or unintentional, go to the cards type of thing. You know, Ketchum's trying to keep himself warmed up. Look like you got Lehman all squared away there. Looks like they're ready. He did use a lot of blood time. I imagine with a head injury when you're sweating, they might have some more blood time coming up later on. That's why you got to hurry and get him out there in case it starts bleeding again. And to refresh your memory, we are in a second period. There's 35 seconds gone, and the score is 6-0 in favor of two-time state champion Brandon Lehman. I think that blood timeout gave Ketchum time to get his head together here. We're inside 15 seconds, closing in on 10. It's going to be difficult on Ketchum now. You know, he got that 5-point down. Lehman going to score here with a few seconds to go. Yes, he is, right on the buzzer. That was a good call. Good call. I tell you now, unless something happens real big, you're looking at a 3-time state champion. That takedown iced it right up completely.
Well, our official, Dana Carpenter, and his mat assistant, Wayne Carroll, made the call right before the buzzers. Now 8-0 in favor of Brandon Lehman, looking for his 3rd state title. Puts him in a lofty class.
There's not very many of those 3-time state champs. There's a number of 2-timers, but not too many 3s. And if he continues to win this match, he'll become the 10th 3-time New York State champion.
Good thing there's only 10. You would have run out of fingers. Oh, another takedown.
Another takedown. The way he's piling on, you might be seeing the MOW right there. He had trouble in his first match of the day.
10-zip, 1:15 to go. Let's take a look at that, Eric.
A nice little knee pick. See the acceleration. He reached across and tapped the far knee, and that travel. He traveled 10 feet, tapped the knee, which stripped him and took him right down. Now the score is 10-0. Now Lehman, his very first match of the day. Sometimes you're just not quite ready and warmed up. He won that match 5-3. I remember watching it. He had the kid had him on his back a little bit. There's a reversal by Ketchum that makes the score 10-2 now. Oh, Lehman might get some back points here. I'm sorry, Ketchum. Nope, no back points. Then after that, Lehman started to roll. 13-2, 13-2, and now it's 10-2.
43 seconds away from a 3rd state title for Brandon Lehman from Ithaca High School.
That's the problem sometimes, the way the state, you can't do it any other way, I realize it, but there's no seeding, because that first round match was John Mazza of Long Beach, Section 3, and he came back, and Section 8, and he came back and finished 3rd. So you could,
so he ran into an outstanding wrestler right off the bat.
In theory, you could have the best 2 kids meet in the first round. You know, if the score is 5-3 and 10-2, you just go by that alone. You're saying that, you know, Mazza could be the best, the 2nd best kid in the state.
26 seconds to go now. Lehman's career mark, 222 wins and 11 losses. And he's got to be awful close to the
Awful close. I can't remember. It's right around there. It might be 223. It might be 222. He might need this to tie it or to break it. I'm not sure. I can't remember. There's 1 point escape for Lehman. That makes the score 10-2.
11-2.
I'm sorry, 11-2, and we've got 10 seconds to go. That's what I was looking at there. I'm sorry.
And that's going to do it for Brandon Lehman as the clock winds down. Yep, they go out of bounds. Nope, back in. That's going to be it. He wins it by a count of 11-2. And he points to his family in the crowd, puts up the number 3, three-time state champ. Hey, more great action. Erie Knuutila, Bob Koshinski. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back. We're ready for action. 130-pound weight class. Bo Bruno from Manola, Section 8, taking on Mike Messina, Section 11.
This is the only matchup we have in the finals between Section 8 and 11. The two of them are battling it out here for first place with Section 11. Basically, there are 10 points up coming into the finals.
Bruno 44-0 on the season. Looking at Hofstra, Ryder, Seton Hall, and East Stroudsburg. Messina looking at Penn State, University of Pennsylvania, Hofstra, Cornell, Boston University. He's 35-2, 135-17 career.
A lot of victories there for these two gentlemen.
And there's 2 takedown from Mike Messina.
Bruno was a bronze medalist in the Empire State Games as he gets his escape to make the score 2-1. He's trying to pull him in. He's got a single leg and he's trying to pull him in to get the other leg to make that 2. A little skip over and didn't make it. That should be 2. His knee was down. His knee was down. That was close. I think his knee was on the mat. I think it could be 2. Yes, it was. That was a close call. I like how they talked it over. They've done that very well.
Well,
very well.
The referee is Russ Trunalo and his mat assistant Dave Essick, and Essick basically helped him through that one.
Right, as soon as his knee touched, I think was the case where he got the 2. 1-point escape, tied the match up. Here we go, 3-3.
And that's the end of the first period. The score tied at 3. Let's take a look at that flurry there.
Well, he jumped over and accidentally kicked him in the head, but he tried to get himself out of bounds. Right there, his knee is down on the mat, and his hands are down on the mat. Therefore, it's 2. And he went right into the attack. I think it was very smart by Messina to attack there.
And there's a point escape. Messina now leads it by a 4-3. Excuse me, Bruno leads it by a 4-3 score.
This match could go right down to the wire again. Yeah, we have 2 quality young men here. You have Messina, who was a returning state champion. He beat Bill Morello last year. Same thing, hands are on the mat, that's 2 takedowns. And 1 escape. They're going to tie it back up 5-5. They're exchanging takedowns and escapes.
And they're both up, tied at 5. We have to apologize to Mike Messina. We didn't mention him in the Open as being a returning state champ.
We were too interested in the fact that Brandon Lima was going for his 3rd one. Jesse Jansen was a 2-time, state champ already, and Clark and Parker state champs matching up. The fight, he's going to pull him in. Yeah, as soon as he pulled him in, that was it.
There's a 2.
This is an entertaining match. You can hear the crowd. I think Section 8's on one side and Section 11's on the other.
49 seconds to go, second period. And Messina leads it 7-5. And he's going to let him go. 7-6 now the score.
As we said earlier, it became a game of on the feet. Oh, that was a nice high crotch single in there. Messina's countering him well. I thought Bruno was going to get that.
And that's a stalemate.
Yeah, I think so. Every time I turn it on, I hear that. Not every time, but I think it's in the connection.
20 seconds left in the period. Messina's doing the attack. You can see that was coming. Messina was doing the attack, and Bruno was just trying to gather his wits, run the period out. And he got called for, oh, that was a lazy shot. That was a lazy shot, trying to run the period out. And Messina did a great job, just pushed him over for 2. That might have done it.
Man, it looks like Bo Bruno has an injury. Let's take a look at that last takedown.
Okay, you see the shot in there lazy. See him extend him over? Oh, he landed on his knee. You see his knee bend there? I think he got his foot caught out to the side. Yeah, they were working on his leg. I'm not sure if his knee or if it's inside of his leg, but you can see where he got it caught when Messina pushed him by, and all the pressure went down on it. Yeah, they're working on his knee there, it looks like.
Let's take another look at that, Eric.
Yeah, I think after he passed it over, you can see his right foot right there. It's bent, and everything come down on his knee. And I think he twisted his knee right there. It seems like that's what they're working on, or the inside of his leg on that. But it was definitely his right knee. Maybe he might have pulled a hamstring there. But he got his foot caught and his knee down and pushed it over. Everything settled on it.
The score now is Mike Messina 9 and Bo Bruno 6.
That could make the difference in the match right there. Bruno's going to let him go and make the score be 10-6. And he's going to try to get this quick takedown and see if he'll let him go and take him down again. The trouble is, though, 4 points in a takedown game is hard to make up in 2 minutes, especially when Messina just keeps coming after you, coming after you, and coming after you. Oh, nice fireman's right to his back. You know, he didn't get any back points, but that was a nice fireman. That's a case where Bruno was pushing too hard, trying to push the attack, and he just walked right into that. That was a great job of Messina.
Messina with the 6-point advantage now with 1:26 to go in the match. And he'll let him go and go for another takedown. It's now 12-7. And they're out of bounds.
Messina's coach. Watch this fireman's right up in the air. Everything's off the ground, right to his back. Didn't get back points, but he didn't care. Oh, Messina just got another takedown when we're watching it, the last one. And he let Bruno go again. Now the score is 14-8 instead of 12-7 while we were gone watching that replay. Even though that replay was a great replay. That was a good job by the camera.
Down to the final 40 seconds.
And Messina keeps the attack going, not because he's trying to humiliate the kid at all. He just wants to make sure that Bruno doesn't get any inspiration at all of making the attack, trying to tie this up. He just keeps attacking, and Bruno can't get nothing set.
He picked up another point because of a stalling call against Bruno.
Right, I'm not sure if Bruno's really stalling. Oh, that looks good. His knees are in, he's pancaked. But he blew the whistle before they landed.
19 seconds to go.
I'm not sure Bruno's stalling. I'm just telling you, Messina is just dominating it. So it makes it look like he is stalling.
Well, Messina's really got his game together now.
Oh, another fireman's carry and missed it. He needs to settle it right there and just rock it out. You don't need to do anything else here to turn him over or anything. He got it won. Just stay there, son. He's looking at the clock, just trying to hold him. Final score is 17-8. Two-time state champion, Mike Messina.
And we'll have action, 1:35 coming up right after this. You're looking at the mat in the center of the Onondaga War Memorial here in Syracuse, New York. Bob Koshinski, Erie Knuutila, we're at the 135-pound weight class. Ryan Maurer from Section 11 right there on our screen from William Floyd High School. He's 35-1. He'll be taking on Justin Giffey from Webster High School, Section 5. We saw a very exciting match in the semifinals. Giffey defeating Morello from Lockport. And there's a takedown for Maurer.
Oh, nice Turk. Oh, he lost the leg, though. Could have went right to the back. Nice domination there.
Ryan Maurer looking at Hofstra and Lockhaven. He's 35-1 this season. He's only
gonna get a reversal by Giffey.
tied at 2.
Ryan.
According to the information sheets they filled out, Ryan Maurer's in 10th grade.
Boy, he looks like an awful big 10th grader, doesn't he? But they filled it out, so therefore he's a 10th grader.
Giffey is senior. He's looking at the University of Rochester as a possible college. 1:14 to go here, first period. We're tied at 2. And there's an escape for Maurer.
My lovely wife tells me that he is a sophomore. In fact, he's ranked honorable mention by Wrestling USA magazine in the country, the entire country. He's an honorable mention wrestler. I think they rank the top 20 individuals, and then he is in the next list of honorable mention kids, which is done alphabetically after that.
Well, he jumped the gun there.
Yep.
And Dave Essex, the official, being helped out by Dave Warren for this match. .46 seconds, first period.
Oh, is he gonna get it? I don't. He almost had it, but I think the fight's on here. Tuned in. Oh, that was a big. That's almost like a 7-point swing. The headlock and the 5 he didn't get into the takedown for 2, so it became the 5 he didn't get and the 2 that the Giffey got. That makes the score that Justin Giffey's ahead, 4-3 now. I think Ryan Maurer is the one that's doing all the pressure here. He's doing all the work. He's doing all the wrestling. And I think in the end, he might be the one that has his hand raised.
15 seconds, first period. Justin Giffey leaves it by a 4-3 count.
Giffey's doing a nice job on top. That could be his game right there.
He's got that bar arm. End of the period. Let's take a look at that nice takedown by Giffey. Stayed out of the headlock.
Right, Maurer almost, oh, the shoulder throw, I see what it was, right to his back, and he just missed it, and he went to the headlock, and the referee started this 2, but didn't finish it, and that allowed Giffey to pop his head out to get 2 for the takedown himself. Right there, he popped the head out. They almost could be both out of bounds right there, but he did a smart job of dragging the toes. That was great. Now we're back to action again. They're over on the edge of the mat again. They'll probably bring him back to the center here quickly if nothing happens. Yeah, back to the center. 136 seconds. 136 to go in the second period.
Both wrestlers looking for position.
Oh, Giffey started that nice little tapping outside. Oh, front headlock roll, just like in freestyle. He's trying it again. Is he going to get it? Nope. Giffey did a great job there by rolling with that. A lot of people try to fight that, and they end up on their back, but he just rolled with it, and therefore you don't get nothing. If you go faster than the other guy does, he's not going to take you down. Freestyle, there's 4 points, 2 and 2, but we're not in freestyle.
.54 seconds. We have a warning on Giffey now for stalling.
like I said, Ryan Maurer is setting the tempo here. Is setting. He tried that headlock again. If he loses this headlock, which I don't know if he's going to lose it. Son, you better stop doing the headlock. That's all I can tell you. If the guy scored 4 points on you so far with it.
Well, Giffey's done a great job of countering some of these moves that Maurer has tried to hit him with. Maurer has been the aggressor, but Giffey has just been too smart.
Now we're going to have injury time for Green. I think that Ryan Maurer needs to get his head together here a little bit. 2 headlocks in a row for 4 points for the opponent tells me you better start shooting single leg takedowns.
As we take a look at them administer to Ryan Maurer in his corner.
Just remember, that's 1 injury time. That's what happened to Morello earlier, where he took that the returning state runner-up. He had that 1 injury time that was questionable if he needed it or not. Then he got hurt. And that was the second one that allowed the kid to escape from an overtime. They're taping his hand up.
It looks like he had an earlier injury. They got him retaped.
And I'm not really sure if his hand, I'm going to tell you, his hand is not hurting. He just wants to get his mind together after that second headlock.
So we have 24 seconds remaining in the second period. 135-pound state final. It's Justin Giffey from Webster High School, Section 5, leading Ryan Maurer from William Floyd High School. Section 11. Section 11 running away with the state title, team title, and there's a reversal.
He got his head squared away. Enough to get him right back in this ball game again. 6-5 in favor of Maurer. I'm sorry, in favor of Giffey.
14 seconds remaining.
This is a big 14 seconds. Is Maurer going to get out and score here, or are you going to go to the third period 6-5? We're going to go to the third period 6-5 with that lift.
So we go into the third period with Giffey holding on by the slimmest of margins by a 6-5 count over Ryan Maurer.
This was a great reversal right on the whistle. Right to the single, knocked him right down for 2 reversal. That was a great job. Third period, Maurer, we're back to live action. Maurer let Giffey go, so now the score is 7-5. Ryan Maurer shot at a single leg takedown, and I think he's in trouble. I think he's into the hang-on mode, let the clock run down just a little bit. Maurer needs to get it going.
That'll be a stalemate. Dave Essex, the official on duty, starts him over in the middle of the mat. 1:33 to remain in this 135-pound final.
Came down to this again. Now we need the takedown. Who's going to get it? Warning, stalling. That's bad on Maurer's point. I mean Giffey's point. That was 7-6. Because it made the score 7-6. If he gets taken down, he loses now. That's why it was bad. You can't put the stall on. You got to score takedowns. That's what they need to keep on doing, is shooting, shooting, shooting. They need to go stalemate here. Oh, he undid that.
57 seconds. There's a stalemate.
Yeah, I was going to say the clock is running. You need to stop it. They might call him again if he shoots in there and locks in that single.
His coaches, Dean Salugio and Neil Cook, tell him, you've got to get the takedown, Giff.
It's Dean Savaggio, ex-UB wrestler. Oh, that was almost a takedown by Maurer. Giffey did a nice job to get out of that. He's got the leg. No takedown, no takedown. Good call, stalemate, good call. Get him back up and go again. He needs to shoot. With 1 injury time.
Well, we're looking at Maurer. It's Giffey over in the other corner who they're going to give him a breather.
That's the disadvantage of this injury time, is the fact that the opponent coaches can talk to his wrestler. He can explain what to do in the last 32 seconds to work for that takedown. Okay? The other corner cannot talk to the wrestler, and he's taking the injury time. He's trying to get his own head squared away. There's 32 seconds to go. There's a good shot of Ryan Maurer. And the coaches are talking to him. Now the kid's walking away and saying, I need to get myself together here, coach. Got 32 seconds to get a takedown. That's the trouble with that warning for stalling. He needed to shoot a takedown a minute ago. If he didn't make it, get taken down and get escape.
Well, 32 seconds, another fantastic finish.
If he gets taken down now, he loses. And it looks like to me he's going to lose. He's got 20 seconds to get him on the mat. 19. Oh, he shouldn't have traded off. Should have lifted him up. Oh, nice job. He's going to get back points now. Sometimes you're better off not winning. You're a point down. 2 more back on the buzzer makes the score 10-7.
Ryan Maurer with the big takedown. Let's take another look at that, because that is the deciding factor in Ryan Maurer being the state champion at 135 pounds.
All he had to do was lift him up, but he changed it to a single and dropped him down the same way he got the reversal. I don't think he was counting on the back points. Made it gravy. 2 back points, state champion.
And we'll be back. More exciting action right after this. We're back here at the Onondaga War Memorial. You're looking at the center mat. As we get ready, 140-pound weight class, Mike Torrio from Rocky Point. Section 11. There you're taking a look at Brent Ryder from Section 4 from Tioga Center. And he'll get off his warm-up gear. And we've had some great matches so far, some really exciting finishes right down to the wire, overtime, even at regulation.
I tell you, that last one was exciting with the takedown, the back points.
There's Mike Torrio, Rocky Point, 36-1. He's a junior, going against fellow junior Brent Ryder. And there's a takedown for Torrio.
I watched Torrio during the day. This young man's got some style and class. He's got a great stance, great takedowns. And Brent Ryder's in trouble here, I think.
2-1 in favor of Torrio. The 1-point escape for Ryder.
Makes the score 2-1 in favor of Torrio. Both of these men are ranked in the honorable mention in the USA Wrestling magazine. Both of them are ranked right next to each other in the special honorable mention column. Torrio's in on a nice deep shot again. That's potentially dangerous, yes. Well, the crowd is booing him for dropping him, but the case where the heel was in his face, he didn't like that either.
Well, Mike Nostri, the official, Bill Duran, the assistant, and Nostri told him, take it easy, son, when I blow the whistle.
You don't drop the man down. Oh, that was nice explosion. Nice explosion by Torino. I watched this young man during the day a couple times. He just keeps on working and working and working. That, folks, if you're taping at home, you need to run that series over again. Duck under to a knee trip. If you can work that combination, you're going to be a state champ yourself. He didn't get the takedown that time, but that was a great combination. Brent Ryder, he's from Tioga. Tioga Center had a great year this year. They have another kid in the finals at heavyweight. They had a great year.
And there's 2-point takedown for Brent Ryder.
Just in time for having a great year, he gets a takedown.
Very good matches so far. Oftentimes you get to the finals and you sometimes get 2 wrestlers who are very tentative. And let's take a look, though, at some of that action and the heel to the face, first of all, which...
See, he didn't like that. You know, Torrio didn't like that, where the heel was up there in his eye, then the referee blew the whistle, and he just So just let him go and walked away. And the ref had a few words with him. Then a nice shot in there to a little far dump. You know, it was really a nice little single, changed it off to a dump, right to the takedown. And Ryder chose the down position, and Teorio let him go again. We're seeing an awful lot of that. We haven't seen, I don't think anybody's ridden anybody for a long period of time, except for one match, about 3 matches ago. Other than that, everybody's been on the feet. That makes the score 4-2 in favor of Brent Ryder.
1:39 remaining second period.
I like the way both of these young men are handling themselves. I think that Mike Teorio's got some great style, great rhythm, great fluid motion. And Brent Ryder just keeping his head, you know, plugging along a little bit at a time, trying to catch him when the style is gone. He tried to go to that dump again, that little fireman's carry this time. Teorio tried an inside trip and didn't make that. And Ryder is right back in the shot right after the inside trip.
And they're out of bounds. 1:02 to go here, second period. 4-2 count. Brent Ryder from Tioga Center, Section 4, still leads this one. Brent with a career mark of 141-17. Teorio with 112 victories and 17 losses.
So they look about equal. That's what the score tells us about equal. They're both 11th graders.
I wouldn't be surprised these two young men have to lock horns again next year.
They might see each other next year again. We have to remember that.
32 seconds.
Ooh, missed that headlock. And a great job of not getting, I'm going to say a great job of not getting taken down. And he might pin Ryder. Little lateral drop. 5-point lateral drop.
11 seconds. And Brent Ryder fights his way out and gets the escape.
That was great. 1-point escape. And Ryder says, hey, you were lucky on that. I'm going to give him right back in your face.
Great match. 7-5 now the count in favor of Mike Teorio from Rocky Point.
Referee's just checking just to make sure the score is right, and that is correct. That is correct. Because it was 4-2. 5 points makes it 7-4, and then 1-point escape makes it 7-5 in favor of Mike Teorio.
Well, we got to see that again.
Oh,
got to see that again.
Watch this lateral drop after he tries this headlock and misses it. That was great in itself, and Ryder should have had the takedown right there. Step forward, goodbye.
And there he goes for the back points as well. We're back to action. It's Brent Ryder on top, but he's trailing by 7-5 score.
I think Ryder's doing the right decision here. He's going to be on top, riding him for this period a little bit and see if he can turn him, because he knows that Teorio's tough on his feet. He says, if I can ride him a little bit, maybe I can score my own back points and won't go back on the feet again with him. I think that's where the kids may. Oh, he might get 2 cheapies here. He might get a 1. No, he rocked up. He's not done yet, though. This is going to be interesting. He almost has an illegal chicken wing on the other side. Good job readjusting that, Brent Ryder. I think that's where the kids make a mistake. They go right to the feet too quickly. You got to give them 10, 15 seconds and find out if the guy in the bottom's any good. The way our matches are going, he's going to get the 2 points here. Yes, he did. That ties the score up. He might even get 3. Now he's got his 3 points, puts him ahead by 1. He might stay here the whole period.
That puts him up.
So you don't want to let him go, Ryder. You don't want to let him go.
Teorio takes him out of bounds. So now with 39 seconds to go, we've got another 1-point match.
This is a great bout. 5 points there and a 3-point tilt. That was awesome.
Well, can Brent Ryder ride out Teorio for 39 seconds?
That's the case right there. If he can ride him out, he's going to be a winner. If he lets him go, Teorio is too tough on the feet.
He's trying to work that bar again.
Put that bar in there. He needs to go back to that bar and tilt just to do the same thing. He's stalling now. He don't want to go to that mode. He's going stalling now. Get out of bounds, son. There you go.
17.
You don't want
17 seconds there.
You don't want to go in this stalling mode. If he goes into stalling mode, he can be in trouble.
And Ryder doesn't want to give up too.
Oh, caution, bottom man. Yes, caution green. Hey, you got 17 seconds to go.
We just lost a second off the clock on that.
All right, caution again. You got those freebies. You got them too. Hey, you got to use it with that time. That's no problem. That's no problem. That's why he did it. He knew he had a 2 to waste. He know he has to explode. He don't want to do it again, though. That's going to cost him a point if you do it 3 times. You get 2 freebies. All right, right to the stall on the leg.
10 seconds.
Torio needs to throw him or something here. Oh, that was great. The match is over. The match is over. 1 second to go. Brent Ryder. I love how he kept his composure through the whole match. He let Torio flash him on the feet, which he did. His hands got to be flat in the bottom. There's only 1 second. You're not going to get out.
And that's it. Brent Ryder from Tioga Center comes back for the victory with a 3-point near fall. Congratulations to our 140-pound champion. We'll be back right after this. And we're back here after that timeout. And for the folks here at the arena, they stopped the action to give out the awards for the first 8 matches. And there you're taking a look at Section 4 champ Matt Jankowski. He is from Johnson City. He'll be going against Jesse Jansen. And Jesse Jansen is looking to be our third-time state champ of the evening. He's a junior from Shoreham-Wadding River High School. 173 career wins, only 3 losses. He is still a junior and could potentially, if he won here tonight, be a 4-time state champ. So we're underway.
I don't think we've ever had a 4-time state champ in New York. I have to go back and look at the book.
Well, I remember this young man from our previous tournaments.
Right, him and Greg Parker, who's Parker come up next. Wrestled in the final. There's 2 points for Jansen. Takedown. He's going to get right after it. I've seen this Johnson City kid wrestle before up in a Spencerport tournament. This kid is no slouch.
No back points there. Our official is Bill Weigel. Dana Carpenter, his assistant. Jensen with the half.
Yep. And he's going to, looks like he's going to stick him here. That was tight. I don't know if he's going to be able to bridge for another minute. Just like our last state champ, took right off and right out after him.
Well, Jensen placed 3rd as a 7th and 8th grader as he picks up his 3 back points. Won the state title as a 9th and 10th grader. And here he is as an 11th grader on his way to quite possibly being the most decorated New York State high school wrestler ever.
I think
there's another 2 back points.
Now the score is up to 7. I think the closest we've came to that is Mark Iacovelli was 3rd as a 9th grader. Then he won it the next 3 years in a row. He only lost 1 match, if I remember correctly.
There's another 3. And the score is 10-0 with 16 seconds to go here in the first period.
If he's not careful, it might be technical foul here before the period's even over with. That's tough to do in the state finals.
There's another 2.
It's 12-0 at the end of the first period. That's a domination here. And this kid from Johnson City, like I said, is no slouch whatsoever.
Let's take a look at one of the many pinning combinations.
He really tilted him to death. That's what he did. He got down here. That's a 2 takedown we had to start the match off. Look at that deep, tight waist. All the way back around to his spinal cord again. That was a real tough, tight weight. There's his 2 points. And this is the first 3-pointer he had where I thought he was going to pin him. Now we're back to live. And he's right back to that tilt again.
Well, up for grabs is also the Outstanding Wrestler Award, and Certainly with Mr. Lehman already winning and being the first three-time state champ of the evening at the 125. Jensen with a technical fall or pin here could put himself in the running for that Outstanding Wrestler Award.
I think that, well, we got some blood time here, I think. He sees, the referee's looking for it. He sees it somewhere, but we can't find it. Oh, Green has blood time.
Jesse Jansen, 41-0 this season. 38 pins with that 41 victories.
Well,
I'd say he's a pinner.
We can see why.
Yeah.
Here. He's ranked first in the country in Wrestling USA magazine.
Now, Matt Koshinski is only a 10th grader. So quite an accomplishment for him to get to the state finals. Unfortunately, he's running into a buzzsaw by the name of Jansen.
He might need to get on the weights to make sure he dodges him next year.
12-0 the score, 128 to go here in the second period.
Does this tilt well, doesn't he?
He's got great balance.
Great self-confidence in what he's doing. There it is, technical fall, the match is over with.
That's it. Jesse Jansen with a technical fall over Matt Jankowski, and he is the 1999 145-pound state champ, and more importantly, his third state championship. He's only a junior. We'll take a break. More after this. Welcome back here on Onondaga War Memorial. Bob Koshinski, Erie Knuutila. We're at the 152-pound weight class. From Section 10, John Clark from Canton Potsdam. He'll be taking on Greg Parker from Shenandoah High School, Section 2.
This is the match we've been waiting for. Two state champions going at it, 154 pounds. Parker last year lost to Jansen in the finals, but the year before that he was a state champion. And Clark last year, which is a brother of Mitch Clark, NCAA champion. He was second here a number of years ago. And went on to Ohio State to win the NCAA title. He's going to be out of bounds, go back to the center again. Parker's going to have to fix his headgear first.
.114 go here in the first period, no score. John Clark from Canton Potsdam, he's 39-0, 176 career wins.
That's a good flurry there. I think that Clark's going to get the takedown.
He does.
Yes, he is.
Parker on the bottom, he has 193 career victories. 5-time Section 2 champion, 2-time state finalist, 96 state champ.
I'm sorry, yeah, he won in 1996 because he was in the finals last year. Five times sectional champion, been at this tournament 5 times. That's amazing in itself.
Well, Eric, you know the number of hours, the amount of work that goes into being proficient in a sport like this. There's the escape for Parker.
Makes the score 2-1 in favor of Clark. Just the miles alone that you put on the highway. And getting yourself in shape and getting yourself ready and so on. I think Parker must have had a good year making weight because he looked like he went up a weight class. I know he was ranked at 140 in the USA Wrestling magazine, and here he is wrestling at 152.
.12 seconds. Clark looking for the
Clark,
2.
I think. Oh, that's going to be close. Yeah, just barely made it. 2-1 time. Just barely made it. That was a fight at the end of that match.
So, John Clark up by a 4-1 count here at the 152-pound weight class.
Damn.
Let's take a look at that takedown.
Well, it's a nice explosion by Clark. And then Parker tried to counter him to come up and through and landed hard on his back. I wonder if he didn't knock himself out. And Clark kept his balance there and made it 2-0. Made the score 4-1, excuse me. We have to have a time here to fix his headgear. That's trouble with those soft headgears like that. They slip around an awful lot. They're more comfortable to wear, but they do move an awful lot. That was a good job by Clark. I think that's what Jensen wanted to do earlier. I'm sorry, not Jensen, Parker, what he wanted to do earlier. He just couldn't quite get that takedown. He missed that counter also. Minute and a half left to go in this period. Oh, that was a nice headlock. We heard that from here. Nice contact. He's going to be 2, and he's going to get back points. I'm not sure if he's going to get 5, but
Clark comes out.
That's a 4-point move, makes it 7, and a reversal makes it 6. That means Greg Parker's ahead now, 7-6 if we have the score right. What was the score before that?
6-5 now in favor of Clark, I believe.
I think, wasn't the score before that 4-2?
Well, they're going to check the score. It was 4-3, I believe.
4-3 on the escape, yes.
So now they're over at the scores
takedown
table.
Made it 5 and 2 back made it 7. Okay, I think I'm right at 7. No, they got 6-5. I thought there was back points there. Lost track of that.
And
that's right. The score was 4-1. That's right. The 2 takedown made it 4-3 and 2 back points made it 5. Okay.
52 seconds going here in the second period. Another good one. We've had some outstanding matches so far this evening.
Seems to go in flurries. All of a sudden, boom. Oh, who's going to get the Peterson? Who's going to get the half? Clark won that battle. Didn't get the half, but he won that battle. I think they kind of fell into that. I'm going to ask, is he locking his hands under there? I couldn't quite tell if he was locking hands or not, Clark. That's why the referee get down and take a look at it also.
We're almost out of time here in the period, Eric, so I don't think we'll have any more scoring here. We'll go into the third with John Clark leading by 6-5 count over Greg Parker.
It's a different style match all the way around, where Clark is controlling the match, being on top.
You see any similarities with his style and that of his brothers?
Oh, just if you remember watching the NCAA finals, he was on top. Technical fall, I can't remember the young man's name, he's from West Virginia. Technical fall him early in the second period. Ooh, there's a Granby roll that didn't quite make it. Hope his neck is okay. He keeps trying for this Peterson. I like how he did that, though. He just did the Peterson and then right into a single leg. He's having trouble finishing it, though, because Clark is still trying to throw him on his back, You have to like Clark. Clark knows one thing, it looks like. Put the opponent on his back. Now Parker's going to get this reversal. Well, you're right, locking hands. You're absolutely right. Oh, I think the ref should have let that go a little bit longer for the reversal, maybe. Now, we did give the 1-point locking hands that tied the score up. Now the score is 6-6.
1 minute and 5 seconds to go here in the match. Is it any surprise that we'd be tied up again?
The way we've been going, no.
Plus the unique situation of having 2 young men out here who both won state titles at different times. And now he lets him go.
Well, I think, oh, that was a great shot, wasn't it? Great shot. Oh, he's going to. He says, I'm having trouble up there at the top, so I'm just going to let you go and take you down again.
Clark leading him 8-7.
That's
Parker
why he let him go.
back.
He's locking hands again, Mr. Official. He was locking hands again. Yes, good job, Bill Starkey. 1-point locking hands. he keeps forgetting just because they're facing each other, you can't lock your hands around the waist when you're on the mat. And again, that tied the score up, 8-8. Injury time for Red.
38 seconds to go. We're tied at 8.
And you need to remember the next violation is a 2-point technical violation. Okay, let him go, and it shot right back in nonchalantly. That's what I liked about it. He kind of just leaned forward, shot it, and almost got back points here. That could have made the match finish right there. You know,
Parker did a heck of a job to stay away from having the count start on the back points, and now we are back in the center of the mat. Clark's coach Neil Riggs asking, and now Parker in with the shot.
Parker tried the quick shot like Clark did, and I don't know if he's going to get away with it or not. He's in a scramble. Usually when the opponent goes down to his belly, he's in trouble.
22 seconds. No points have been awarded.
Oh, right to a Peterson. Why did he do that? Oh, he's going to lose the host state title by going to that Peterson. He didn't need to do that at that moment.
Clark with the 2-point advantage now. Time running away. 6 seconds, 5 seconds.
2-time.
John Clark,
New York State champion.
152-pound weight class. And Greg Parker with a narrow defeat. We'll take a timeout. More great action right after these messages. Back here at the Onondaga War Memorial, 160-pound weight class from Section 11. We have Joe Petrovich Kanakoi. He is going up against Eddie Pollock, Section 6 from Southwestern High School.
Give me his name one more time. Joe Petrovic?
Petrovic.
Between that and the name of his school, it's a mouthful, both of them.
Pollock from Southwestern, 45-0, 123 career wins. He gets a takedown. I believe he was voted the most outstanding wrestler last week at the Section 6 qualifiers.
Yes. He's had a great tournament here. He had a pin in the semifinals. Get reversed. Now the score is 2-2.
There's an escape. Well, this looks like we'll have a good one.
Why not have another good match, right? Why not? That makes the score 3-2 in favor of Pollock. Both of them are seniors.
Pollock looking at the University of Buffalo, Ithaca, or Lock Haven as possible collegiate choices. Petrovic also looking at Hofstra, Ryder, and West Virginia.
Look, Pollock had a nice easy shot in there, that single. He needs to finish it or he's going to get countered. Oh, I see what he's doing. Petrovic has his wrist tied up, and that's making him hesitant. Doesn't feel like he quite has control of everything because his wrist is not free.
21 seconds, so start him back in the middle. This has been a night of just outstanding high school wrestling matches.
I didn't count the number, but we have an awful lot of finalists that are, in this case, 45-0 and 32-0. A lot of zeros in there. Oh, nice little dump by Petrovic. He didn't get it, though. Is he going to get it? No. I think he might have if the clock wasn't running down. That was a nice little dump.
So we go into the second period with Eddie Pollock leading Joe Petrovic by a score of 3-2.
Red defers to green, and Petrovic is going to take the down position.
And we'll take a look at that.
Right on the timeout, that nice dump. If he would have popped his head out, he might have got that. He left his head underneath Pollock's chest, and therefore he had trouble finishing it, but it was a little bit of a 5-second quick shot.
Pollock in on that single again.
Yeah, Petrovic made that little duck under, and as soon as he came up and set himself, Pollock made the shot on the single. They weren't going to let the clock run as long this time.
Mike Lecter, the official. Wayne Carroll, his mat assistant.
A nice little lazy shot there to turn into a great takedown. I like how he set that up. He just turns the corner, steps and shoots the other way. Now he's leading 5-2. That's Pollock, that is. We're starting to see a little bit of down wrestling here. I think Pollock's going for a stalemate on this one. Petrovic went to the freestyle crotch lift, and therefore their stalemate, they're back up again. Where Petrovic could be down and Pollock could start in the top position.
54 seconds remaining in the second period. The crowd encouraging both wrestlers.
Last two matches, we see a little bit more control on the mat than being up on the feet. I think that makes a lot of difference. You sit there and wear on that guy. I think Pollock's going to be called for stalling if he keeps dropping that ankle too much. Little forward roll. Almost made it. You see a number of kids try that, but not too many successfully complete it. Petrovic had probably made that almost 100% of the time. But when you get to the state final, the other kid's just as good.
Well, now Pollock's been warned for stalling. He's up by 3. He's kind of riding out Petrovic.
Again, I think he's more of he's not riding him out. He's trying to hang on because Petrovic is dominating that bottom position. He probably should let him go, but he won't get taken. He won't get called for stalling. The trouble is, there's 20 seconds to go. There's the one neutral is going to be, yes. That was nice. He shot right back into that single leg. He likes that single leg to the left leg. Oh, he blew that too quick. He blew that one too fast. He just pulled it in. Even all the stands, 6 and 11, both the groups agreed on that one.
There's 2 points.
Pollock says, okay, Mr. Referee, I'll finish it faster this time for you. But I agree with going to the stalemates fast. I like that because the time is running down. I like that. That's quick. But he just made a motion of pulling back in again, and he called it.
I think Pollock wants to shoot a single leg.
I think so. I think it's onto your right leg every time, too. Yeah. 1 second. He's going to get called for stalling again if he keeps doing that. Oh, I think he's going to have to take injury time here for just a second.
Here's that takedown.
Watch it. He knew there wasn't much time left. Look at the explosion, the travel across the mat. He started that in the center and landed on the edge. He had to go at least 12, 15 feet to get that takedown. And it's hard to counter somebody when you do that. It's like when they land.
He got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah. I'll hit him a little bit lower than the wind.
Anybody who's wrestled knows what's going on right now. And even if you haven't, I think you could guess.
You guess real simple, yes. That's what he needs to do. Keep shooting that single leg. Keep shooting that single leg. Oh, that's a tough call on 2 there, even though it's a good call, but it's a tough call. As far as Pollock is concerned, he don't care. He stay there. That makes the score 7-5.
So Petrovic gets the 2.
Right, as soon as he stepped over his ankle, the reason why that was 2. That was a good call. That was a toughy one to make, but that was a good call.
Well, he's going to let him go. It's now 8-5.
He's got to take him down twice to tie this match up. What Pollock has to do is keep shooting, because he don't want to get called for stalling again. When you're winning by 3, you don't want to be called for stalling. You don't want to tighten this up. This is a big takedown. No, he didn't get it. Right back to that ankle. Oh, he's going to try to do the same thing he did last time and get to 2. Pollock needs to finish this takedown, or the referee's going to give him 2 like the last one. There's a minute to go in the match. Minute 1:05.
Well, this time we get a stalemate.
Well, the difference was this time was the leg was above Pollock's shoulder, where last time it was down on his arm. Pollock needs to keep shooting or he's going to call for stalling. Exactly. But he needs to finish it because the referee can call him for stalling there also. And you don't want to be called for stalling. If you call for stalling and you get taken down, the match is tied 8-8.
It's a familiar position.
Yeah, we've been here before.
40 seconds to go in the match. Still a 3-point differential. Another stalemate.
Again, the difference between that first one and the second two was the fact, oh, that's a bad choice, Mr. Pollock. That's a bad choice. Here's our second injury time, which means that Petrovic has his choice. He'll probably choose the down position because his choice, neutral, top or bottom. He's going to probably choose the down position. Escape, make the score 8-6 with 37 seconds to go. We're going to see if we can find the injury here. I just think he's gotten locked too. No, he's locked too deep in there, and he was too sore from the last time he get hit down low. In his hands, you can see the grimace on his face that he knew that he had his hands locked in between his legs that made it real sore. I think Pollock's in trouble here.
Well, there's just 37 seconds to go. He's up by 3. A lot can happen in 37 seconds.
He was in control of this match until he took that second injury time. But Pollock's tough on top. He's got to ride him for 15, 20 seconds. Oh, we got an injury. We got blood time now.
They got to wipe up the mat. We talked about this new injury rule, and it really changes strategy in a match.
I think the coach wants to get this mat going. He walked out on the mat and cleaned it up. He says, come on, let's get this match going. Walt Thurno's becoming the mat cleaner. He doesn't want to be called for stalling.
We're down to 25 seconds. We're in this position again.
Oh, that was it. That saved him right there. Potentially dangerous saved him.
Well, now 22 seconds. He can play a little bit on top. .22 seconds to go.
22 seconds to go.
And Pollock with that leg
right
again.
back down to that leg again. I tell you, the referees don't like that leg. Yeah.
Well, there's the point for stalling.
It's all right. It's all right. That point for stalling doesn't mean anything. There's 15 seconds to go. He's going to hang on again. Hang on again. He's dropping that single too much. He's got to get him up and down. He's better to let him go now because if he gets called again, that can be trouble. You don't want to be up on the feet too long. He's going to win it. Stalling time.
Eddie Pollock holds on.
Great job.
Takes away the 8-6 score.
I really thought he was in trouble there with that 8-6 score. With 8-5, warning for stalling, escape, takedown, you lose. Great
job.
job.
From Southwestern comes away with a 160-pound title. We'll take a break. More after this. It's the Onondaga War Memorial, the 1999 New York State High School Wrestling Championships. We're at the 171-pound weight class. Already on the mat. From Section 1, Kyle Farrison from Suffern. He'll be taking on Bill Prince, another Section 6 wrestler from Frewsburg. And Prince took 4th in 1997 here at the States.
Right, he came back last year. I think, yeah, you're a 3-time Section 6 champ now. He came back last year, didn't place after finishing 4th the year before that.
Farrison took 3rd at the States in 97, 5th in 98.
Give credits to the Frewsburg coaches and to the Southwestern coaches. Prince and Pollock were both in the same weight class. In fact, another wrestler from Sweet Home was in that same weight class who placed in the 152. That was a loaded weight class in Section 6. Prince goes up to 71. He's a state finalist trying to become a state champion. It's like a little different approach here.
John Sheila is our official. And they're out of bounds. 1:03 to go here in the period.
That little backward step is going to get him in trouble later on, I think. Referees don't like that little backward shuffle. The only thing that's saving him is that he does shoot a lot, so that helps him. Oh, nice little headlock, but it's all out of bounds. Yeah, you got to make sure you get up, get back to the center. When you get to the center, if you're not okay, call injury time. But if you're okay, continue with this 2-injury rule now. You don't want that to happen, like it happened in the last match, but it didn't hurt Pollock.
Prince took a shot on the side of the headgear there, and
yeah, he's got his headgear.
came up.
He has his headgear well taped up. I think he might have a cauliflower ear under there or something. Just got it banged. Well, now they're starting to mix it up a little bit. This is getting interesting.
Already nearing the end of the first period.
I think this is going to come down to a 0-0 score, 10 seconds to go.
And we'll end with no score here in the first period. We've had bigger crowds for state finals, but the over a foot of snow here in Syracuse, 2 feet in Rochester. I hear they got a foot in Buffalo, and
don't blame him. Stay home tonight if you hadn't.
I remember coming here over the years with plenty of snow on the ground, but never a blizzard type situation. Right. And our hats off to the Empire production crew who braved the thruway to get here today.
We didn't know if they're going to make it this morning. That makes the score 1-0 in favor of Prince. He keeps shooting for that far leg. Farrison's going to catch on to that shot here. He needs to alternate something else and come back to his shot again. They're going to call him for stalling.
Wow,
you see that coming.
You could see it coming.
Yeah, it's that backward shuffle they like. Prince's father, who was his coach, is in the corner just hammering on John Shield over there.
Well, his argument is that
he's doing
Farrison
all the shots.
hasn't shot, right, but
well, you can't shoot when you're backing up. You can't catch the man, you can't shoot. And he's still yelling. He's still yelling at him about that warning for stalling. Even though Prince is doing all the offensive shot, it's that backward shuffle that they didn't like. There's the backward shuffle again, And it's flustering the devil out of Kyle Farrison. As soon as Farrison gets a hold of him, he tries to do an offensive takedown. That was close. He was scooting out of bounds there a little bit.
34 seconds to go here, second period.
As soon as he blows that whistle, it's that backward draw that the referee does not like. But the only thing that saves him is he does make a shot. And he hasn't made one now. That can hurt him. I think the hand's going to go up again. That's the only thing that saves him is that shot he makes. And he keeps shooting on the same far right leg of Farrison. Well, that's tough. He's in between the legs and he can't take him down. That's 2. No back points.
Well, Kyle Farrison was lucky that the period ended because he was going to his back.
That could have been back points. You're absolutely right. That makes the score 3-0. Farrison gets right down and says, let's go. Oh, we're not going to let him go. Now we're going to have the backward draw again. We should have rode him out for 15 seconds to find out how tough this kid is.
3-1 is the score.
He might have turned him over and pinned him right there. He didn't find out how tough he was on the bottom at all. I can tell you now the score is going to be 3-2 in a minute here. If Prince doesn't pick up his shooting. He just draws backward too much. You can watch the referee's eyes. John Shield is looking at him. So done Tim Prince's father just yelling at the referee. There it is, warning stalling.
112. And Tim Prince better watch berating the official because the official waved him off. They go out of bounds.
Yeah, he just in his ear. In his ear. It's not the idea that he travels backwards just too much. The kid can't shoot. The crowd don't like it either. Oh, he's going to nail him again. He needs to go forward or Bill Prince is going to lose this match.
42 seconds. Now the crowd's starting to boo, and
he needs to shoot. He needs to shoot, or this match is going in overtime. That could save him. At least he needs one more shot. He needs a shot about with 15 seconds to go. One more shot. He needs to get up on his feet, draw one step and shoot, or he's going to tie this match up.
Now we got injury time. And as much as Prince has been backing off, I will say that Ferguson has not really been as aggressive as you'd think, being down this late in the match.
I don't think he can, though. He knows once he steps forward that Prince is going to shoot on him. And it's not that Prince is doing a bad job, but he's drawing too much. He's going back, back, back. He needs to go back and shoot or circle left to right. He's not doing that. And that's why the referees don't like that. They're not, he's really not giving Kyle Ferguson a chance to shoot because of his draw backwards. That's what the problem is.
Now they're working on his head right now. Looks like he's got a cut.
Is this blood time or injury time? I guess it's blood time. Oh, he's coaching him. It's got to be blood time. You can't coach him during injury time. The other corner's just sitting there waiting and waiting. 23 seconds to go. The score is 3-2. I think that Tim Prince has made his point. He needs to leave the referee alone here and let the referee the last 23 seconds.
Well, I can just imagine. I mean, father, son out there on the
tough.
mat. I mean,
that is tough.
At what point are you a coach? At what point are you a father?
Yeah, that is tough.
23 seconds. We're separated by a single point. Kyle Ferguson is suffering Section 1, and Bill Prince from Frewsburg, Section 6.
He needs to make a shot or he's in trouble. That saved him. I think he just won the state title with that shot. If he didn't make that shot, he would have tied it up, and you never know what happened overtime.
Here's a flurry. We're in the final seconds.
That's just like the other matches, right? That's the first shot that Harrison's made right there.
And Bill Prince.
You got to watch it. Tim Prince go crazy over here.
As he falls back with the exaltation of a state title at 171 pounds, Bill Prince of Frewsburg High School and his happy father, Tim Prince. We'll be back. More great action right after this. Well, we're back here. You can still see Bill and Tim Prince in the corner. They're embracing as father and son you'd expect. We're at the 189-pound weight class. There's Jim Mathis from Section 6 and Williamsville South High School. He's going against Tom Katsigorgis, if I'm correct.
We try to paraphrase it.
Katsigorgis.
Katsigorgis. I think we got it correct.
Section 8.
Massapequa High School. Both are seniors. And the crowd is still buzzing over the last match. That was a tough job on the referee in that last match. I think that saved him was he finally shooting at the end. Here we go, 189.
And right now the aggressor is Katsigorgis. Hope we're pronouncing that correctly.
That's the way it was pronounced to me when I asked earlier, so we have to go with that.
Jim Mathis, Williamsville South, 38-1, 143 career wins. Looking at Edinburgh Bloomsburg. Oh, and there's a takedown by Katsikagoras.
Takedown by Tom. How's that?
2-zip. 1:25 to go here in the first period. Katsikagoras looking at UConn, St. John's. He was all Long Island and all state in football.
Back on the feet we go. Just push him away, let him go, and we took him down once. See if we can take him down again. Well, he's got that head in his chest. Just push, 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 push. That is tough to counter. That's one way to counter it. Shoot. Good job using your feet there, Matthias. Great set of hips on Katsikagoras. I think we're going to go stalemate here, folks. Referee's thinking about it. They don't know what to do. Should he stop? Stalemate, 2. He's got the ankle scoop. That usually means 2 takedown, but he doesn't really have control. He doesn't really have control. He's got to pull it in a little bit deeper, and he wants stalemate it up. I think he should have called that a little bit sooner.
31 seconds
and he wouldn't have got
remaining.
himself in a controversy with the coach from Massapequa. Usually the rule of thumb is once you scoop the ankle, that's a 2-point takedown. But in this case, Matthias had his legs so tied up and he couldn't prove his position. Katsikagoras, that is. Down to 10 seconds. Somebody needs to prove their position here. This could be dangerous at the end. Oh, that was close.
And that'll be the end of the first period with Tom Katsikagoras leading Jim Matthias by a 2-1 count.
And Matthias chose the bottom position. If we're going to go to true to form here, we're going to go optional start and let him go. Yeah, we're going optional start. And we're going to let him go and make the score tied 2-2. Second period. Matthias needs to keep shooting, because I think Katsikagoras has got the better setup and the better shot. So therefore, he's going to have to keep shooting to keep him away from his setup. Gets that underhook now. He's going to lean and push. And is he out of bounds? Yes, he is. Let's see the line from here.
Wayne Carroll, the official, making the call on that move.
Matthias attempted a weak shot there. He thought he had an opening and didn't quite make it.
Now a warning for Matthias for stalling.
I'm not sure if that's the case, or in fact, if you watch Katsikagoras, he's getting both arms underhook, putting his head in the chest and just picking him up and driving. And you can't do much. You can't counter. You can't spin. You can't do anything. We don't want that backward shuffle he's got there. That's definite. You do not want to leave the mat. You got to show the referee that you really want to wrestle. You got to go left, right, left, right. And Matthias is going backwards. Backwards. Don't go backwards, son. Don't go backwards. Now if he backs up, well, he tried to attempt another shot there. That helped him out a little bit. That backing off the mat, the referee does not like that at all.
50 seconds remaining in the second period. We're knotted at 2.
Matthias needs to have an injury time here to get his head together, I think.
Well, there's another stalling call, and that'll give Katsikagoras a point and the advantage by 3-2 count.
I'd say yes, maybe he is stalling, but I don't know about that position there where he made the shot and the other guy's got him controlled. See, it says backwards shuffle. That's what it's backwards. Here, he finally turned one in and made the shot out of bounds that way. That's all he has to do. Circle it in, shoot the guy out of bounds, and the burden goes back to Katragorgas again. Coming down within 10 seconds. And we're going to go to the third period with the score 3-2, Katragorgas' favor. Going to go neutral. That's a good choice because Matthias is not taking you down. He's got bad shots here. He's got to set him up, and he's not doing that. Then he's getting called for backing off and stalling. That's hurting him also. So the tables are really in Katragorgas' favor. And plus, Katragorgas is winning the match 3-2 also. You need to go stalemate and start him over again. There you go, ref. Good call. Good call. I think if Matthias shoots on the other leg, he might take him down. But he keeps shooting to the same leg, and all Katragorgas does is leans his leg back, gets a front headlock on him, and there they sit.
Still 3-2 score.
Well, he made a somewhat of an attempt to the other side there. That wasn't bad. What it does, it makes the guy honest. Oh, he's backing up straight. You got to circle, son. You have to circle. You got to slide side to side. You can't back off.
.118 remaining in the match. It's a 3-2 score. Tom Katragorgas from Massapequa.
I can guarantee you this, that Katragorgas is not going to shoot a takedown. He's just going to get his head under there. Oh, that's a bad call. He's doing all the attack. He's doing all the attack.
And they just warned him.
He called him because he was winning. How did they get back to that corner? He attacked him all the way back to that corner. All the way. Right there it again. He's attacking him all the way back in there, and the referee called him for stalling.
Well, is he attacking or is he just pushing?
But he doesn't have to do it. He doesn't have to attack because Matthias is doing nothing to stop him. All he has to do is sidestep one way or the other, and the referee won't say a word to him, and he called green for stalling for pushing. See how he backs off the mat? You can't do that. You can't back off the mat.
And Wayne Carroll and Dana Carpenter are exchanging glances here, the two officials.
Yeah, they're trying to get their signals together. See how Katragorgas just tapping the leg, shooting. Not really doing much of anything. Referee's flustered. He don't know what to do.
28 seconds.
I think what you do, Mr. Referee, is you let the kids wrestle for 30 seconds because neither one of them are doing anything.
Well, Matthias is the one who needs the point. 12 seconds.
It'll be a 3-2 score.
7 seconds, and if Jim Matthias has something in his bag of tricks, he's got to pull it out now.
But he shoots on the same leg every time. There's no trick when you shoot in the same leg. And that's the only difference right there.
And that's going to do it. Tom Katragorgas of Massapequa wins the 189-pound state championship in a 3-2 decision over Jim Matthias of Williamsville South. We'll be back. More action right after this. And there's a shot from our aerial camera of the mat. It's center ice here at the Onondaga War Memorial. We're at the 215-pound weight class. There in the orange from Section 4, Tim Brayman from Green Central. He's taking on Joe Sell, Valley Central from Section 9.
Brayman was third last year. Here in the he's a three-time sectional champ, Section 4. Also a very excellent football player. Wrestling against Joe Sill from Valley Central High School, Section 9. Joe Sill had the honor and privilege of beating Josh Itu, last year's MVP state champion from Section 2 in the semifinals by the score of 7-4.
In fact, I was told that that's twice he's beaten him.
Yeah, beat him once during the year. I heard the same thing also.
Down to about a minute. First period. Nice shot. There's two takedown.
That's a long, lanky shot, too. This big man's a tall man here.
Joe Sell looking at Cornell, Lehigh, Buffalo, University of Binghamton, or the Naval Academy. Quite a choice.
Naval Academy gives you a full ride. Oh, nice job by Tim Brayman there. Nice job. He almost had to roll him for some points and got his 1-point escape. He needs just to open up this attack just a little bit. Sill put his hand right in his face, and Bill Starkey's going, keep your hand out of his face.
34 seconds. 2-1 score. Joe Sell from Valley Central. The Section 9 uniform. Leading Tim Bram, Green Central. Section 4.
Oh, Bram's going to get a takedown here. Yes, nice spin. Is he going to make it? They're heading for the out of bounds. Sill was good on that. He tried not to make. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. What he did was he did run to the out of bounds. I granted you that. But he stopped, made a deliberate stop. Both feet in bounds. Then he took a side step to go out of bounds and another side step to go out of bounds. What he did is fake it real well in my mind. Yes, he was fleeing the mat. I thought he did a great job of faking it. And Bill Stark says, you're not faking me, son. That's 1 point, fleeing the mat. Shame on you. That tied the score up 2-2. I think we've been there today. Tie scores.
Yes, we have. Let's take a look at that, where he got called.
You see where he walked. Then he stopped right there. He says, okay, I made my stop. I'm not fleeing. Then he took another step. And Bill Starkey says, no. He says, you're not getting away with that. You're going all the way over there, then stopping, then going. If he didn't go out, he probably would have left him alone. But he stopped and took the next step. And back to the center. They're going to start over again. A little subtle reminder to the referee on the way back. Timmy Brayman did there. That was good. Most people in the optional start let him go, but he dropped on him. There's that switch roll again he does. That was good. 1 point escape. That would have been nice if he would have shot right there. That's a lot of kids have done that today. Get that 1 point escape and shoot right away. It makes a difference.
So Brayman leads at 3-2.
We had another blood timeout. This is blood is hurting our tape on our machines here.
Tim Brayman being looked at over there in the corner. They'll clean him up. 39-2. Joe Sell 36-2, 104 career victories.
I tell you, Joe Sill's match in the semis was a big, big win for him, even though he did beat him before. Josh Itu was a cadet world champion, last year's state champ, outstanding wrestler. He's ranked second at 215 at USA and the top seniors in the country. That was a big win, no matter if he did beat him before or not. Nice double. Oh, great job by Tim Brayman to counter that. That was a great counter. He had him taken down dead to rights. That was a great, great switch on the way down.
He picks up the 2.
Super job. His mental determination is what he's after here. I'm not sure what the coach is complaining about in the other corner over there. That was a great takedown. I don't see what the problem is. That makes the score 5-2 in favor of Tim Brayman. Brayman has that cradle. I'm not sure if he wants to run that cradle over or just run the clock down. But when you're in a cradle like that, you're basically in control of things until you start turning them here. Oh, this is a great double. Deep, land, and don't give up, Raymond. Look at that. That was a great job. He said, just because you made a great double, that doesn't mean you're going to get this takedown.
It's possible that Joe Sale's coach, Mike DeCapu, was asking for 2 and 2.
2 and 2 when they did hit that way, but he didn't have the other arm around him. As soon as he hit, he bounced him right to the switch. You're right, but there was no delay by Tim Brayman's part. That was great heads-up wrestling. Great heads-up. Down to 30 seconds. He is riding that arm pretty good there. I think he needs to change off a little bit.
As we get down to the 15-second mark here.
Right back to that gable on the wrist again. That's great because you're down on the mat, you can't do anything. You can't get up, you can't move, you can't do a thing. And the good referee is seated, you can't do a thing and call the top guy for stalling sometimes. Raymond's doing a great job. See that little tilt he tried to do at the end? He would never get a tilt out of that situation, but it's an offensive back position. So therefore, the referee has to say he's working for a pin.
Well, we're down to the final 2 minutes. Nice shot there of Tim Brayman.
He may be short, but he is definitely powerful. Right back to that wrist again. I can hear his coach over there in the corner, Tim Jenkins. He's just yelling him, tilt him there, tilt him there. The reason why he wants to tilt him there is because he doesn't want to be called for stalling.
Well, I saw Brayman's semifinal match when he defeated Terry Brown from Section 8 from Freeport, who really had impressed me, but Brayman was a victor in that one, and he's been impressive here.
I think that Brown, if I remember correctly, I watched it too, took Raymond down right away. And the same thing here, he got taken down right away. I guess he needs to get on the mat and work a little bit to get his juices flowing.
No, he's hurt.
I didn't see exactly what happened there in that injury.
It looks like they're taking a look at his shoulder.
I mean, he stood up and asked the referee for time, and there was no action there. That tells you the kid is hurt. A lot of times it takes breathers in there, but I think this time he is hurt.
Let's see if we can pick it up.
Yeah, they are working on his left shoulder here. Now he's looking for the referee. He's going time. You know,
I'm not sure where.
I'm not sure what
it
happened
there. Sometime before then.
Because you can see how he's dropping it, and his right arm was still had a hold of the young man. I'm not sure what happened to him. Probably like in football, get a little stinger in there or something. He's been riding on that gable on that wrist for 3 periods. Maybe that's what it is, just plain tired. Oh, that could win it right there for him, that knockdown, because that young man stood up, he escapes and takes him down. That could have been the match. That was a great up and down right there. Keep in control. Keep in control.
Joe Sale's coach very upset. Mike DeCapu.
Well, because he gave up the 1 point for fleeing him at. He wanted the 1 point Mac for running him out of bounds. That's what he was saying. And he's going to move it up now. He tried for a Navy ride and didn't make it. He's got to ride that for a few more seconds. Oh, you see, just a few seconds more and let it go. He didn't let it go in time.
40 seconds remaining. And we got a
back to the blood time again. Yeah, I think his nose plug fell out somewhere. I know he had a big one in there.
Let's take a look at that.
This is a big one there. Look at him pick this tall guy off the mat and down. That lets the other guy know that when he comes up next time, he better be ready. That could do it for him. I tell you, that move right there alone could be the difference of winning the state title and not winning it.
There we take a look at Joe Sale's coach, Mike DeCapua, if I'm pronouncing correctly.
Mark DeCapria.
You got a U or an I in there?
That's a U in there, I think. But I can remember watching Mike in the Empire State Games for years and years and years. He is not happy over in that corner, I can tell you.
And they're still over there cleaning up the blood.
He is steaming. I'm watching Joe Sills' coach over there. He is not pleased in what is happening at this moment.
Now in the old days, Eric, as we take a look at Joe Sales' corner there.
Yeah. He is not happy. Look at him.
They did. There was not this type of meticulous job done with the blood cleanup. You'd often have two wrestlers out there. If one had a bloody nose, both wrestlers would be covered with blood. Not an attractive sight either way.
No, but the way that things are nowadays, with those,
you can't take a chance.
You can't. You got to stop the match. I mean, there's certain situations when you can let it go a little bit, but if it's bleeding, you got to stop. And that's it.
Forty seconds to go here in the match. Joe Sell needs to get out. 30 seconds.
Got to go stalemate. There you go. Got to go stalemate. You can't let it run too long and over when you're getting down to the third period here. There's that powerful lift. Isn't that powerful? That is unbelievably powerful lift.
21 seconds. We'll put him back in the middle.
Joe Sills is getting flustered now. Getting flustered. I think Bill Stark wants to call Brayman for stalling. He just hadn't had the opportunity yet to do that. Yeah, there it is. I knew he wanted to do it. You could see that look in his face.
Well, now that changes things a bit because it's 5-3 with 19 seconds. So
no, you're down to that escape and takedown mode again. And Brayman, if he's smart, he's going to keep picking him up, knocking him down. Let the referee call him for stalling all he wants to. But he's not going to let Joe Sills up off the mat. I can tell you that.
5 seconds.
You don't care what the referee does. Another state champ for Section 4.
And that's going to do it. Tim Brayman from Green Central, Section 4, the 215-pound champion.
It's that powerful legs he's got.
We'll take a look at the 275-pound weight class right after this. This is it, the final match of the night, 275-pound weight class. From Section 8, we have Vinny D'Agostino. There you're taking a look at David Friedenberg from Tioga Central, Section 4. Friedenberg in the orange and D'Agostino in the green. Final match of the night and what has been an outstanding night for high school wrestling. So many exciting finals. Quite possibly one of the finest we've done yet.
I thought Friedenberg was going to get him right there. Lost his balance a little bit and almost got taken down himself. They're going out back up in the middle again. We have had some outstanding matches today. Outstanding. It slowed down a little bit in the last couple.
Now, they give these fellas sheets to fill out after their semifinal victories. And the only thing either wrestler has down for their other sports and academic awards is football.
Football.
And that's no surprise when you have two big guys like this out there. They probably play football.
Football. And you can tell by their records, too. One is 24-2, and the other one is 20-1. You know, that's because you get the dual meets. I don't know why the state of New York does not have 96 and 275 count in dual meets. If you have a weight class, count it. So therefore, they probably had a lot of dual meets. They ran exhibition matches that didn't count.
We got a stalemate called by Bill Duran. D'Agostino from Massapequa and his coach Gary Menz has been in the corner prior to this tonight.
We've had a number of double schools. Oh, tried to spin around and countered him with a little bit of a shoulder throw to counter it. Actually, they both move pretty good for the heavyweight class. They've been in this position before also. And
the stalemate, 11 seconds to go.
First met this young man a couple years ago. We went to Sweden. What a nice young man he is.
Which one is that?
David Friedenberg. There was a nice attack there. He attacked him 3 times and got him out of bounds. That kept the referee off his case for a long time with that shot alone.
So no score after 1 period.
You have to take down when the score is 0-0. If you take neutral and don't take him down, the other guy takes down, you lose.
Now we had a defending champ coming back in this weight class, Bob Hafler from Niskayuna High School. He ended up taking 3rd. And I'm not sure if he ran into Mr. Friedenberg in the semis. No, he lost. Yes, Friedenberg beat him in the quarters.
Bob Heffler was ranked in the USA Wrestling. He was ranked 11th in the country at heavyweight. As a senior, that young man is talented. He won his first match 9-0. Then Friedenberg beat him 5-0. Oh, nice switch. Nice switch. Is that heavyweight going to leave that leg in? Yes, he is. And again, Tioga here has had a couple in the finals also. I recognize Josh Rowe over the corner a number of times. He was a great wrestler in his own right. Ex-junior college wrestler.
1 minute. Friedenberg leads it by 2-0 count. Final match of the night.
Watch that chicken wing now, son. Readjust it, then go to half.
While we have some time here, we want to congratulate Erie Knuutila, Region 3 Coach of the Year, outstanding year at Niagara County Community College.
3 All-Americans, we're happy. Finishing the top 10. We're pleased this year.
Well, there's a warning on Friedenberg. And injury time now for DiAugustino.
Well, the referees have been consistent on that top guy stalling. If you're there longer than 30 seconds, controlling the man, and you haven't turned him over, I don't think they're used to being on the mat very much because we've shown so much feet wrestling this whole finals.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that our outstanding wrestler tonight is going to be Jesse Jansen.
Well, I couldn't disagree with you on that. I'm going to say that Brandon Lehman has a real good shot, too. The difference there is a lot of people voting might be because he's a senior and Jansen's a junior, you know. And Lehman won by an outstanding score anyway. It was a major decision, if I remember correctly.
No, I think Jansen had
Jansen
a technical
fall them, right, exactly. I'm saying they both did more than decision
yes.
to people compared to the matches we've had where they all been 1 or 2 decisions.
I thought Jansen was the most impressive wrestler we've seen out here tonight.
No question about it at all. And I'm not disagreeing with you, like I said.
You're
I'm
right,
just saying
senior,
that
junior
Lehman's going to get some votes because he is a senior. And outright, he would deserve it also. You know, you just don't have 3-time state champs. What's that, 11 of them we've had now? 2 in 1 year.
Can you have co-outstanding wrestlers? I think it might have. I think it's happened before.
I'm not sure if it's happened before, but yes, you can. We're down inside 10 seconds. And just remember, the Friedenberg was called for stalling that period. The score is 2-0, 1 second to go in the period. So we're going to go to the 3rd period with a score 2-0 in favor of David Friedenberg.
So we've got 1 period remaining, 2 minutes left on the 1998-99 New York State high school wrestling season, Eric.
Good thing that my wife and I were spending the night with that weather outside. We just hope we can get back to the hotel.
Somebody will give you a ride.
Well, I got my car. It's worried about getting through the snowstorm to get there.
Oh, okay.
Friedenberg needs to be careful here. He's done everything exactly the same. as he did the last period, and he's probably going to be called for stalling again. That's a big stalling call. He's better off letting the guy go because the guy's not going to take him down based upon the first period.
We'd like to congratulate some folks. The New York Wrestling Officials Association honored 2 of their officials this evening. Lon Coven, the New York State Wrestling Officials Award, and Joe Rizzo picked up the National Federation of Wrestling Award. Joe is not only an outstanding official, he's also my uncle.
I'm not going to say, I knew you had to work that in there. I know you're going to talk here about the 4
Well, we've got
New York
some
State
Hall of Fame
Famers.
inductions. We have Art Connerton, outstanding name in the
great
sport.
man of Section 5.
Frank Sorochinski.
He had tears in his eyes.
Yes, he did. Jumper Legio and Armin Ace Cacciatore.
I knew you had mentioned Ace's name because he's your coach in high school.
He was my football and wrestling coach, along with Dennis Madison.
Just a couple years ago, right? Couple?
27 years ago.
I didn't ask for the date now.
I can't believe that. Well, we're back to action here. 1:22 to go.
I think this match is going to end up with a score of 2-1.
Now we're back to the injury time. And
well, they put those big, long plugs in there, and they're going to fall out. You need to get a smaller one in there. That way it won't fall out. There's Armin Cacciatore getting his Hall of Fame award. And who's that presenting them to him, Bob?
I was proud to say I was
yes.
the one chosen to present him and induct him. It was quite an honor. Taught me a lot over the years, not just about wrestling, but also about life.
I'd say that's what Ace is very good at. Made an influence on a lot of young men's lives.
Yes, he
and
did.
It showed today because a lot of them were here. They weathered the storm to come from Buffalo area, come down here to honor their old coach, present, coach last year and the year before. Well, it's been a few years now. I'm sorry.
Coaching wrestling must pay off. He's got a nice place in Florida now. I'm sure you'll be picking yours up as soon as you walk away from that Niagara Community job.
We're not going to Florida.
Okay.
I like the golf courses, but the heat's not my game.
Okay. Back to the action. 52 seconds remaining here.
Oh, it's going to get interesting down to the end.
David Friedenberg holding on. Vinny DiAugustino trying to get out.
I tell you, I think that flurry saved him from being called for stalling. And it's not that he's stalling, it's just the top guy on top controlling. I like that. Jumps from one side to the other. That's good. No matter what the referee does to you, I think you write him out the whole period now. The referee calls you for stalling or not, you write him out.
Now we're down to just 26 seconds.
Yep. And I think he's looking. Yeah, he did. I can see the look in his eye. Look in his eye.
Well, 23 seconds.
Section 4 people in the stands did not like that call. Ooh, almost locked hands. Tilton. The referee can't call you for stalling when you're getting tilted.
11 seconds.
I don't think he would dare to call it again. Don't look at the clock rundown, son. The referees don't like that.
2, 1. That's going to do it.
State champion,
David Friedenberg, 275-pound champ. We'll come back with the Outstanding Wrestler Award right after this. And we're back, and the Outstanding Wrestler for the 1999 tournament. He's standing at the top of the podium, Jesse Jansen, Section 11. Picks up the Most Valuable Wrestler Award, 3-time state champ.
Outstanding match, 15-0.
Welcome back, and you're looking at the Outstanding Wrestler of the 99 tournament. He's at the top of the podium right there. There he is, Jesse Jansen, Section 11. Outstanding job.
Well, 15-0 in the finals has got to be an outstanding job.
Eric, once again, it's been great working with you. We want to thank our entire crew and everybody here at the state finals. We'll see you again next year, folks. Good night, everybody.